Welcome to the first episode of Tales of Southmarch. We gonna get in this. I'll give you a sneak peek on what my... Actually, I'm gonna hide my character picture. Yeah, I'm gonna hide my character picture and name. You guys can figure that out in a bit. What is going on? Hello, 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 hello. We're here. There we go. That's better. We got our beer. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous. We're gonna start in a minute. There we go. That's good. I can, still have arms after this. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Who's this nerd? Here, this geek showed up to play D&D like a loser, but we're actually here to give him a big old swirly. Get him!
Well, joke's on you. My character loves being bullied. And swirly, specifically.
Joke's on you. He's into that.
That's my backstory. I wrote it right here.
You guys know me so well.
I read your lore, Forensic. I know everything about you.
Alright, boys, make sure to watch these episodes live every Thursday at 4:15 p.m. EST on my Twitch. We always have amazing times there, and I'll be uploading these episodes on YouTube every Monday at 4 p.m. EST. So subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss them. Hope you all enjoy. Let me know what you think about doing a D&D series on the channel, and like the video. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time.
So begins the journey of our intrepid adventurers. They have come seeking adventure and coin within the turbulent and dangerous lands of the Southmarch. Traveling along an old, well-worn road towards the small hamlet of Greenbrook, the travelers can't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. Recent rumors that the villages of Relenstand and Melchava, or Melvacha, vanishing overnight, combined with the ominous reputation of the Deadwood, is enough to send most men to more civilized lands. But not these folk. Either through desperation, bravery, or outright foolishness, they push on. As things stand, they do not yet know one another, simply fellow travelers on the same journey. Some are distant, keeping an eye on the man in front of them or behind, while some others take the opportunity at casual conversation to ease the burden of a long journey. And so we will begin by having each of you describe your characters in... We will begin with Dino. Please describe your character.
Hello. The name is Astaro. Astaro is a lovely man. Gorgeous. A lighter weight man, standing around 6'1", maybe 190 pounds, with a light red skin, jet black hair.
Well, to be fair, Astaro, is that your initial appearance?
From what you may or may not be able to take out.
Aren't you in heavy robes at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
How can they see your hair under their heavy robes?
I'm getting to that. Jet black hair, poking out of a hooded figure, a mask going across his face. Every now and then you might be able to take out a hint of a piercing blue eye if you catch his wandering gaze as he keeps an eye on the people around him. Other than that, all you can see is just this robe, this massive hood, mask on his face. Goes all the way down to his arms. He's got some gloves on his hands, like thick leather boots. And that's all you can make out of Astaro.
All right. Steeler, please explain your character's description, what we see when we look at him.
Do I do the voice now?
You can wait.
Okay.
This is just a description of what your character looks like.
Target of the Nubu tribe is about a big, beefy orc boy. His father, Yolmar, chieftain of the Nubu tribe.
That's a backstory. Just tell us what we're looking at.
What's up, Mandalore?
What we're seeing with our eyes.
Thanks so much, man.
Looking at the character.
A big, beefy orc boy standing about 6'3", with simple armor and cloth, wielding 2 battle axes, and a very nice, cute ponytail. But that's all I got.
That's all. Yeah, all right.
That's all I got.
Bjorn and Brosevelt.
I've done the same thing. Fyodor Bjorn's hammer is a man who struggles to get his accent going until he's actually in the game. He stands at about 4'2", a burly dwarf, stout man. He's orange red hair, thick, bushy mustache. I'll put the picture in chat. He holds himself in pretty.
He says.
He holds himself with a sense of duty, and so he's loose, but at the same time seems to always be ready to knock someone's lights out. He has tattoos going from his eyebrows, scrolled up his bald head, back to his hairline, which reaches about just past the crown of his head. And yeah, that's all I got at the moment.
All right, surrender.
All right. So
Just what we see.
yeah, just what we see. So what you see is a 6 foot with a medium set build. Skin tone is warm, as if someone's been outside the majority of the time, and his nose is slightly off center, like it's been broken before, and he wasn't really able to fully get it in the right place again. Slightly wavy red-brown hair that up front looks clean cut, and even to the side somewhat, but in the back has a ponytail. Over his torso is a sleeveless dark green gambeson with white and gray rugged fur on the shoulders, almost like pauldrons. Then underneath is a black collared long sleeve shirt with a few tears and grass stains that extend, and the back of it kind of dresses down somewhat and covers like the lower back. And then rugged and worn dark pants with small patches of various fabric So rugged with a worn, torn, tan pants with small patches of various fabric, with fresh black and blue shoes. So brand new shoes. Also on the shirt is grass stains. If I forgot to mention that, the strung around my back is a white bow with gold and blue colored calligraphy engraved. 2 swords in their sheaths on both sides of my just belt, and handles of various color, while one of them is much cleaner than the other. And there's a smile on my. Well, we'll get to that when we get in game, but yeah, that's it.
So this group of disparate adventurers continues along the road until eventually the orc leading the way kind of stops for a moment, and one by one you begin to kind of trickle into where he's kind of stopped as a scene plays out before him. Sitting in the road in front of him is a cart, a dead horse with a man laying on the back. I'm going to bring forward your character pieces one at a time. The orc is going to start over here on the DM side of the table. It's going to be where you start. As one by one,
Fucking spider.
your characters begin to enter into the scene. You're presented with a situation. What do you do?
I completely did not hear anything.
Go up to the cart.
Alright, so Targrid begins just immediately beelining it towards the cart. Does anyone else say anything?
Do I see the unconscious man, right?
Everyone sees the unconscious man. They see the horse.
I rush over as fast as a dwarf can move over
Alright.
that way.
So that being said, so Targrid and Fyodor are running just directly towards the cart as soon as they see it. Astaro, what are you doing in this moment?
Astaro, he's not really sure what's going on, so he's gonna move a little bit forward and kind of get next to this building here and just kind of watch from the background and stuff.
All right, Malavor, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be moving over here. Just set up shop, and then pull out a flask and just not really pay any mind.
Okay, so you're kind of casual right now. You're not really minding it. Targrid and Fyodor, you run
Well,
up.
he said my name, so
And
here we
as
go,
you get
guys.
to about here, you see the man unconscious on the cart. And what's strange about it is he's unconscious. As you get closer, you notice that his neck is tied as if it is like tied to the planks of the cart itself, along with his arms. And just as you notice that, you
Die of
hear
dysentery.
someone shout, "Kill, kill, kill!" And a goblin pops out from up
Thank you,
here,
Rico.
firing an arrow down, as two goblins rush out from the sides and behind this statue, coming to end your lives. Please roll for initiative.
Okay. All right. Here's our first roll. What's our first roll gonna be?
Yeah, I got a
Verbal
13.
now.
What is our
Or you roll
first
and roll 20.
Oh, he missed
Roll,
on
roll
my
20, whatever you need
missed
to do.
character
Roll for
sheet.
initiative. I need to know what your numbers are.
Initiative,
Goblins are still going to
initiative,
get a surprise
initiative.
round
Where
on
is
you,
it
as
at?
you walked
Great.
directly into their ambush.
Where's initiative?
Yeah, I figured that was going. Naive dwarf, the naive dwarf.
Naive dwarfs and naive orcs.
How do you get to that shit again? It was under the information.
I rolled a
tab?
6,
Yes,
dude.
you roll
Come
20
on. You guys
and
can
click
see that, right?
on, the character journal,
Can you guys see that?
and there should be a, one that says Dogrid.
Okay, there. It's up to date.
You just have to click
I
on
ran a
initiative. Don't
6, dude.
accidentally
Come
double click like
on.
I did.
It's gonna be
You're
hard to
gonna
also
roll
read
twice.
chat, guys, so just keep that in mind. But thank you so much for watching. This is something
I'm
that's
clicking it, most of
super
that.
new to me. Super new.
What are you clicking on?
I'm on the
Click the
far
word.
left tab.
Yeah.
I'm already
clicking
loving
paragraph
this.
of the new book.
I'm already loving
No.
this.
Wait, what?
The chat tab.
No, go onto the tab that looks like a newspaper.
I rolled 6.
I got
Okay.
an 11.
I got it.
Brosevelt, what did you roll?
13.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna
Who
set up
rolled below
everybody's
13. Who's next?
save image as D
So roll.
and D Dino character.
Like, who's after Brosevelt?
I mean, I got a 7, but we still gotta wait for
I'll add that
information to
later.
get-
We're
What'd
gonna
you
do that
roll,
after the
Forensic?
fight, guys.
Forensic?
I got a 6. All right, so we're in battle. So let's just test out the
You know, I'm totally blanking. How the fuck do you roll again?
battle
Press
music.
the word initiative.
Press the word initiative.
Press the word.
Oh, okay. I got a 7. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me know if the music's too loud because this
I
is
had
Steelers.
to
just
follow
testing out
the
everything.
format of this.
I'm sure I'm
shit.
gonna change some stuff after I look at
Yeah,
the
roll a
mod.
7. We better get our booty cheeks clapped by these goblins.
Alright.
We'll see.
So, first thing is going to be the arrow is going to come down. It's going to actually go for you, Targrid. It rolls a 16. Is that it? You have an armor class of 12, Targrid.
Yeah, it hits.
So I'm gonna do. Luckily for you, it only does 3 damage. An arrow comes down, grazing your shoulder, as another goblin runs up from your flank and goes, "Yeah!" and tries to stab you in the back. He rolls a 3, so he doesn't hit you. He kind of whiffs it in this moment. Meanwhile, the other goblin champies on top of the cart, stepping over the man and coming directly towards you to stab you in your stupid dwarven face. So let's roll that, and he gets a good old 5. Does that hit you? I don't think so.
Certainly not.
All right. So first up is Fyodor.
Oh, I love a good fight! My character shouts as he swings his warhammer one-handed at the goblin on the cart.
All right. Swing for him.
Woo! Now that one.
You get a nat 1 already. Kind of taken off guard by this goblin's sudden appearance. He jumps over your warhammer as it swings underneath him, and you kind of get stumbled a little bit, but thankfully you don't whiff it entirely. Next is the goblins again. They get another turn. So meanwhile, Dirty Goblin up there on the tower kind of puts his fingers to his lips and goes, "Kill!" And then Astaro, you hear something behind you, This sounds like some rustling behind you, and then out of the bushes comes a goddamn malnourished wolf, which comes over and tries to bite you.
It's
And
moving.
it is going to roll a natural 20. Hooray for the malnourished wolf!
We gonna die.
What a great start.
You thankfully it only rolled a 1, so you take 2 damage. Meanwhile, the goblins are once again going to fire down. They're going to shoot at Target again for a 14. That will hit.
Target is
Target is going to go down before he has a chance to do anything. You take 3 damage, Target.
Don't worry
Another
about it.
goblin's going to try to stab Target. He gets a 15. He does 4 damage to you, Target.
Let me know if the guys, seriously, I need your help though.
goblin
Let me
on
know if
the
the
cart is
voices
gonna
are
try
too
to
loud.
He gets a natural 20 against Fyodor.
Oh god.
Gonna stab him in his stupid little face, and he rolls he only rolls a 1, so you deal 2 damage to you as he slices across your face, a little tip of your mustache falling to the ground after he does this slash. All right, Astaro, it is your turn. There's a wolf behind you, and your friends are getting murdered by goblins in front of you. What do you do?
Astaro's gonna. I mean, I have no idea who the fuck these people are. Astaro's gonna look behind him, take out his long sword off of his back, and then slash at the wolf with 2 hands.
All right, do it, baby.
Do it,
That's
baby.
a 10.
A 10 does hit it. Its AC is 10 because it is malnourished wolf.
And
Not very
takes 1 point of slashing damage.
1 point of slashing damage. As it kind of takes that damage, but it's still up. It's still in the fight, still coming after you. Targrid, now's your time for vengeance.
Whoa.
People have been shooting you and stabbing you, and really, it's just been a bad day. Not a great one.
I love this. Oh my god.
Was my turn?
I love this
Yeah,
so
it's your
much.
turn, baby. What are you doing?
Is that all you got, you stupid goblins? As Target unsheathes his dual battle axes and slings at the goblin behind him. Oh! Oh, baby, a 22.
22. Oh, baby, a 20. Oh, so you don't have 2 battle axes. You actually have 1 big battle axe.
Oh,
the
that's what I
weapon
got.
you use.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not dual-handed. It's 1 big
Two?
weapon.
So I thought it was dual. I thought it was two-handed.
Well,
that would
two-handed
mean-
means
yeah,
it's
that
you're
would-
holding 1.
That implies, that you have
So
two
you're,
hands on it.
yeah, that's gonna hit this poor fucking goblin. Yeah, go ahead.
I think he's hitting this.
Roll
one.
your damage.
Just click
So,
on the
so
word
1
battle
die.
axe
Click on the
10
word
die?
battle axe.
at the bottom in the chat
In
where
the
it
chat,
says battle
the
axe.
chat wheel. Click on the word battle axe. 6 damage. Yeah, you cut this goblin in half. There was
Yeah!
a goblin, now there's 2 goblins.
Yeah!
Well, there's only more goblins now. Nah, he dies. Pretty handedly.
You stupid goblin. As Target shouts, but he's
Alright.
still dying.
So anything else you want to do? Do you want to try to run around? Do you want to do anything else?
Fuck you,
Five,
I'm
six,
gonna move.
7, 8.
What's
Not
the
you
movement
yet,
again?
Surrender. Not you yet, Surrender.
No,
You're
no,
It's-
I'm counting. I'm
it's-
counting.
It's 30, correct?
Yeah,
30. Yep.
Each one is 5. Each snap, a snapping point.
Each snap is 5.
You said every one tile is 5 feet, right?
That's correct.
Okay. 50. All right.
So you running that way is going to trigger an attack of opportunity from the goblin.
Because my range
So
for
the
my
other
bow.
goblin-
The
It's gonna
goblins
swing at you.
engage with the goblins engage with me though.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be.
My range for my bow
It's-
range
it's
150.
moving through
so
your
I'm well
body.
within range,
That's my
150
friends.
meters. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's moving like this.
okay,
That's
we're
within the
good.
goblin's hit range as he's moving
good.
through his goblin hit range. So as you're going through, the goblin's going to try to swing at you with his reaction. He gets a 10, so he doesn't hit. So where are you trying to go, Targrid?
So that's 5.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There.
There we go.
All right. Now, Balavar, it is your turn. There's still a goblin up in the tower of that ruined building, along with a goblin on the cart stabbing at Fyodor. What do you do?
Well, this entire time I've just been drinking from my flask or taking sips from my flask and just smiling. And as I
This is a
put it
problem.
down, my smile goes away, and I say, "And here I thought, and here I thought we were on another leisurely stroll." And I pull out my bow and I aim at the goblin next to this bearded fellow here, and I take a shot. Let me click on longbow now. Okay, I got 13. Oh, hello?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so everyone was super quiet. Okay, now I have to roll a 1d8. I'm gonna go over here. 1d. Where's the 1d8? Oh, is this it? This is it, right?
Yeah, it's the diamond.
Okay. 5. And then 5 plus. Where is it? 5 plus. Okay, 1d8 plus 3, so it's 8. 8 piercing damage.
Oh yeah, you killed this goblin. Well, see your piece. Are you shooting your longbow right now?
Yeah.
Which one are you hitting?
I'm hitting the one on the cart.
Yeah, that fucking. How do you kill him?
Okay,
Just
so,
right about.
so as I see these people get their asses kicked by these goblins, as I put down my flask, pull out my bow, string it real quick, shoot it, and it goes right through the temple as it just falls right before the dwarf, and I just lean back on the wall.
Yeah, goblin dead. All right, goblin
Oh,
dies.
so cool.
Fyodor, it's your turn.
Oh,
Goblin
right.
up in the car like, ugh, yikes.
Oh, you bloody idiot! I didn't need the help. Like you say, as my character pulls out his light crossbow and shoots the.
You drop your warhammer.
I drop my warhammer and shoot the goblin up in the tower with my light crossbow.
Oh, so he has a
17.
crossbow too.
That hits.
What did he get? Should I roll?
4.
I guess I should have this out.
You shoots him in the shoulder. He's still alive.
And then I save with my bonus action. Oh, you bloody try not to get hit so much next time, and I cast a healing word on him. And he heals for 4. Yeah, 4 plus 3, so 7.
All right.
Thanks, dwarf.
All right. Goblin's turn. Goblin is gonna shoot with his bow. Wait, did you want to move?
Nah,
You did great. Thank you,
Goblin
Slip.
gets a 16 to hit.
that hits.
All right.
Dude, I'm gonna be slamming through these beers. Also, I haven't had
Arrow
anything to
comes
eat all
in,
day, so I'm
does
probably
2
gonna get
damage
pretty
to you.
toasty.
Realizing
It's not
he's in a kind of a
alcoholism.
predicament,
It's role
he then
playing,
uses his
guys.
movement to dip behind the cover of the building that he's in. Meanwhile, the wolf is going to continue trying to mangle the bard.
Again, guys, let me know if the music's too loud
10.
and you can't hear him.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. The wolf's kind of just sitting here biting at you. Doesn't really manage to actually do anything. All right,
Wolf just missed.
Astaro, your turn.
Noticing that the wolf doesn't go down, Astaro is just going to look at it again and take another two-handed swing.
Is he gonna
Can
get it?
bards do 200 swings?
That's just a longsword feat. So.
No.
It's versatile.
A 17
Did it update?
It's
Oh, it's not updating.
poor
Ah,
doggy.
shit.
or 4
So I
slashing
can
damage.
have it
It takes another hit.
here.
Its pelt is beginning to steep with blood, but it is still alive. All right, Targrid, what do you do?
There, I'll keep it updated there.
What is your character again, Dino? What the fuck? Are you just a human?
That's far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm. All you
Human, I'm
bro.
coming to you to help. Target moves to the wolf in Astaro's aid.
You can make it to it.
A little
then
loud.
I'm gonna use...
Try to smidgen it lower. Okay,
Use your
that's the
big
thing.
fucking
I can't
axe.
really.
We'll
It's
use the big
lowest.
fucking axe again.
big axe.
I'll try to lower
Kill
them all down.
Wolf. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, I can't.
That'll hit this thing.
I'm a
I'll lower
9.
them all down a little smudge.
How do you kill this wolf, this malnourished beast?
Pulls out big axe and smacks it on the head of the wolf. Ha ha, dumb wolf dead.
Its head explodes into viscera. Astaro, a little bit of your robes gets covered with wolf brain and blood.
Ha ha, you got blood on your clothes. Ha ha. Target
Not a-
big.
This is Steeler's first time playing this game too.
Not
and I love
alone.
it.
It's
I
your
love it.
turn.
I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Everyone else is
You
playing
know
this
that
game.
there's still a goblin up in this tower firing arrows. However,
Yeah.
he has dipped behind cover.
I have 30 range of movement, right?
You can use your action to get 60.
60. Okay, so so just 30 default.
Yep.
Okay. How does it count if I go diagonally?
That's still 5.
That's still
That's
5?
5.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's only 6. Okay, and then I'll move. I'll use my action to do another 30.
It's a
So-
dash. It's a dash action.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm actually gonna stay right here, so I can also use this.
Statue is covered, so it
statue as
can't shoot
cover.
you.
Yeah, so I'm right here. This is 5 because this one's 6, so this one's 5. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm covered.
Fyodor,
Yes.
your go, baby.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna move.
Oh, I forgot to say. I forgot to speak. I was too focused on like, oh,
Short
can I move
man.
again?
Short legs.
Can I see him
You
there?
can only move 25.
Yeah, his short legs. I can't. Can I see the goblin there?
No, you can't see the goblin.
No,
He's
unfortunately.
kind of huddling next to this thing.
All right. Well, then I just sit there, look pretty, with my shield up.
Goblin comes out and he's gonna shoot at you again, Fyodor.
Woo! It's at me.
And he
Oh, I guess I could.
whiffs it.
Oh.
Absolutely no damage.
Nice.
And he's gonna duck back. All right, Astaro.
Star is going to look to his large friend, wipe some blood off his clothes. Thank you, large one. And oh, my grid has disappeared. This will be fun. I mean, he's just gonna kind of dip inside of this building here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong person. I need to
and
get
then,
this Dino.
continue just to wipe the blood off of him a bit.
Astaro's Dino.
Fashion is more important than combat.
I don't like being covered in blood.
All right, Targrid. There's still a fight to be had on the other side of the map.
Target will kill all goblins. The rest of you useless. As Target rushes back towards the cart using it as cover. Well, actually, I don't know if I can go that far.
Who's
You can.
been the one to actually
You
kill a
got two
goblin?
around there, so you can get exactly back to where you were in the beginning. All right,
Target.
go on.
Oh, no, that's it. Wait, can I use the fucking heal or eating or whatever it is?
Eating? No, I don't think you have any healing. Oh wait, you like one of your abilities, your action surge or whatever.
Yeah.
Which ability are you trying to use?
I'm gonna be moving
Scratch that. I'll
around
look
the
at it.
flank here.
All right, Balabar,
Using this as-
your turn.
So I say, like I hear you, a big one, but who's the one who's actually killed a goblin? But I appreciate the enthusiasm, and so I decide
He's
to
all
move.
really up.
That sentence was his whole action.
No,
That was my whole action. Talking really takes it out of me, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let me use my action for another one.
Okay.
1, 2. Oh, can I shoot from here?
No.
No.
Look, no.
I can only see his bow, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go set up shop right here.
All right, Fyodor.
I'm going to move until I can see his stupid ass.
That's the problem with this angle. He's kind of covered no matter what
No,
way you
Bard.
go. You got to get like behind him.
All
You
right,
could
I'm
use
just
your
gonna
dash
I'm gonna
action
wait
and get
here
somewhere,
until
like,
he
around
comes out
here,
again.
and you can probably hit him.
Yeah, I'll dash for a little bit further.
I'm not gonna try to get the kill. I'm just gonna set up shop where I feel safe
Where did,
for
where did it go?
myself.
Why am I no longer sticking? Oh god.
I can chill, have a
Oh
drink,
God, what do I do?
and if the opportunity presents itself, then I'll take it. I'm not gonna go out of my way for it,
There.
or eat it more so than I already have.
Right. Goblin's turn. Goblin is gonna come out here to the ledge. See you down there.
Hello.
Shoot at you. He's going to hit. Actually, he gets a 14. Does that hit?
Nope. 14 doesn't hit.
What's your AC?
15.
15. Big boy AC. Even with hide armor? Jeez.
Yeah, you
Damn.
did.
Oh,
Ridiculous. All right. He sees the arrow get deflected off by your shield. Kind of looks at you for a second. And then like throws his bow down and like puts his little hands up.
food.
Astaro, it's your turn. I imagine you're still cleaning yourself off.
Yeah, after wiping some of the blood off, Astaro is gonna quickly move up a bit, just kind of see what's going on, see where he can help.
Okay. So you do that. Targrid, You can move. The goblin has put its hands up at this point. Goblin has surrendered. The question is, do you want to end combat, or is one of you like, I'm gonna kill him?
Alright, take the full dash action.
Target kill goblin.
I'll say combat has ended at this point. You all can move kind of freely. Discuss what you want to do with this goblin that's surrendered up there.
Okay, so I'm gonna come over just to around here, and I say, before anyone does anything, let me at least take the best arrows that he has.
That's fine, elf.
My character also climbs up there to
All right, give me a climb check.
God.
You're a
the
small
dex-
person. How are you able to do that?
Yeah,
Target,
Don't move, don't move.
Come here, little man. I give you boost.
Good old
Oh,
athletics.
you're gonna give me boost? You're gonna give me a boost?
Big orc boy give little man a boost.
Dwarf tossing. I like
give
it.
Give me an athletic check with advantage. I'll give you advantage.
Oh, with advantage? With
Target
advantage?
helping you. Yeah, he's helping you. What do you get? Give me the number.
17.
17. Okay, 7 was very different than 17. All right, you are able to kind of clamber up there. You're standing with the goblin. He's, don't kill goblin! Don't kill goblin!
I
Push him
kick
off.
I kick him off the top.
Well, I mean, this is a 10-foot drop. That could kill him. Just so you know.
I yell at the orc, hey, catch! Boom.
Ready to
Goblin. All right, give me a dexterity check, Targrid. Let's see how dexterous you are at catching this goblin as it falls.
18.
Yep, you like a beautiful princess. The dirty, stinking goblin lands in your looking up at you.
Goblin with left arm while he holds a battle axe in the right hand to the goblin's neck.
Yeah, no, don't kill! Don't kill!
Goblin, why did you have that man tied up?
Ambush! Ambush! Kill travelers!
Dwarf, elf, and other guy, what do you want to do with him?
I don't care what you do with him. Just give me the arrows.
Wait,
Throw off his quiver and toss it over to me.
Okay, so he throws you the quiver over. It's full of very shoddy arrows, pretty garbage quality. Honestly, they probably wouldn't even be worth taking.
Is there
These
anything
are-
in there that is worth like salvaging so I can like accumulate them?
Not really. He used stone tips for the most part for these arrows.
Okay, well then I'll just
even
throw.
even the bow is just like this mangled mess.
All right, then I'll throw it aside, just grunt a little bit, and just lean back and just watch.
If let goblin live, goblin shall loot. Goblin shall loot.
I like how I actually lean back.
Goblin has loot?
If let live.
We let live, you give loot. Goblin, who is that man on the court?
Merchant.
We let Goblin live, we get loot.
Has
Huh?
anyone
How
checked if
do
he's
you
still
think?
alive yet?
No.
I can check. My character is
I think someone should go over there and check.
off the rubble.
All right.
His target
Dead.
keeps his tight grip with his axe to the goblin's neck, but not killing him.
So Targrid is going to be led to wherever the loot is by Goblin. Let me hold on. To keep you separate so you don't merge into one. Is anyone going with Targrid to wherever "quote unquote" loot is?
Hey, you mysterious
go.
man, come with me.
So, yeah, I'll go with Targrid.
And I'll
Make
go
a
back.
quick insight check on this goblin as well.
Insight check.
Started to the
Intelligence
sneaky
1
feeling,
versus
Something
intelligence
feels
1.
a little
Who's
sketchy.
moving me?
Sorry, I thought you said you went with him.
No. I'm gonna wait.
All right. So let's see. Let's do the loot first. So
as
Targrid,
we're-
he kind of leads you over here. Go ahead, Astaro.
Astaro, something seems a little off. Can I do, would it be insider investigation, kind of,
Insight would be that.
I'm gonna move up and show by the statue.
12?
Okay, 12. Goblin's scared. This goblin is terrified of you because you just killed his friends, and he doesn't want to die. So it seems that he is genuine in his earnestness to allow you
Yeah.
to
Every Thursday.
not kill him.
Like this is a new thing. Every
So
Thursday.
you come over here. He shows you a chest that is over here in the kind of reeds, and It opens up, and if you actually hover over it, you can see what's inside.
Oh, we have silver and gold. Target happy.
Target, let Goblin live.
Hey, mysterious man. We kill Goblin now.
Do what you want. He's not my problem.
Goblin, show
If
loot.
we,
No Goblin.
if we keep him alive, he might get more Goblin. I say we kill him.
Do what you want.
No.
No blood on my ass.
Time to die, Goblin. As Target takes his single-handed axe and slices the Goblin's neck.
Yeah, you murder the Goblin, throwing its corpse down in front of the loot.
Murder hobos.
Target happy.
All right, you can add the 8 silver pieces, a simple gold ring to your inventory. Whoever wants to take that.
How do I do that?
On your character sheet.
I
Yes.
don't know what's going on over
Oh,
there. I
okay.
can't even see him, so or I can barely see him. So.
Can't even see him. So all you do is you go to your character sheet on Roll20, and you see where it says silver pieces. You can add 8 silver pieces if you take them all, or you could share them with your friends. It depends on what you want to do. Meanwhile, Bjornhammer, you have come up to the unconscious man. His throat is tied, kind of where it's kind of like dug into his neck a little bit. He looks like he's dehydrated at this point. Looks like his hands are a little bit chafed from the action of this. What would you like to do? Are you giving a medicine check? Are you cutting him down immediately? What are you doing?
Well, first things first, I'm picking up my Warhammer. Priorities. And then I'm going to do a medicine check for him.
All right, get to me.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna say, look, figure out if he's stable or not. If not, then we'll just take what we can and move on. Let's just hurry up.
What'd you get? You had to tell me the number.
13.
All right. You can tell that he has been here for like a day, a couple of days. He's on the verge of dying from dehydration, probably.
Okay. So I untie him, and knowing through my studies as a cleric, a life cleric, and everything, I know I should give him small amount. I'm gonna give him small amounts of water.
Okay.
Barely sips.
As you
he's not
do this,
vulnerable.
he kind of comes out of his unconscious state. Oh, you're not a goblin. That's good. It hurts. Oh, it hurts a lot. Turns out they're not very gentle. What's your name?
My name is Fyodor. And I wouldn't say you're in much better hands. I am a dwarf after all. But where?
Better than
who
a
are
goblin.
you? Who are you?
My name's Harper. Situations like this seem to lend themselves to me quite a bit. And just looking at him, he's got an eye patch. One of his hands is wooden and prosthetic. He's got a literal peg leg on like his foot. He is
Get your
he's a
hands out of
man
there.
that seems to have been through quite a bit of hurt and bother. He graciously takes the water. Well, I say graciously, more desperately. He tries to drink it faster, but you kind of like hold it back from him every so often. Like, nah.
I'm
Doing
about
what you need to do
slip,
to make
but
sure
we'll-
that he can actually
we'll see.
kind of reestablish himself. It takes a couple of like good 10, 20 minutes before he kind of like, oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Where are you heading?
I was just heading to the nearest town. I forget the name of it.
The name is Greenbrook.
I myself am heading to Greenbrook, and stumbled upon these gentlemen, and then stumbled upon you.
I'll come with you. I've got a friend in Greenbrook. I don't feel very good. Do you mind helping me up a little bit?
I grab his hand and I grab his left hand with my right, and then grab his elbow and.
Oh, he's
pull him
died.
up.
Pulled up.
I overhear him saying that he still doesn't feel too good. So once he gets up, I tell him, "Well, friend, if you want to feel a little bit better, you can have what's in my flask." Just a sip, though.
As
How we
much as I love alcohol, I feel like I am going to die right now, and being drunk might, well, it might ease that. But I don't want to die. Actually, I don't want to kind of go to that divide. So I'll take that offer at another time.
All right, I say suit yourself and retract my arm and take the sip myself.
I am grateful for your assistance. He kind of reaches into his coat. I was hiding this, waiting to take it if I needed to, and he kind of produces a small vial that seems to kind of a
Where was he
reddish
hiding
blue
that?
liquid. But seeing as you've saved my life, and are going to take me to Greenbrook, I consider this a token of appreciation. And he kind of hands you, Fyodor, the a small potion.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
A
good.
small healing potion will heal 1d4.
That's a lot. Okay, thank you.
All right, Targrid, Astaro, you can come back to the group if you want to.
Mhm.
Astaro, are you saying anything to Targrid as you're coming back, or?
No, just be quiet.
An orc. Harper looks a little bit nervous when the orc shows up. Looks at the rest of you like, why aren't you freaking out a little bit? There's an orc.
Don't worry. Target only kill who he wants to kill. You are fine, human.
Good, I suppose. I'm Harper. Nice to meet you, Targrid.
I'm Target of the Noble Clan. It is a pleasure to meet you. We stumbled across your body on the cart as some goblins ambushed us. Do you know anything about this, Harper?
I'm a traveling merchant by trade, and, they killed me and my horse. Well, they didn't kill me. I'm still alive. They killed my horse. My horse is the one that died this time. Thankfully, I'm alive. All my supplies are gone. Not good. But I'll be joining you heading to Greenbrook, if that's all right.
Harper, that's okay with Target. You bring us to Greenbrook, you get us a drink, Target be happy, you and Target be friends.
Well, I don't have any money anymore. Also, Greenbrook. What?
Target silver coin, it's on me. We'll be friends, Harper.
I appreciate that. But Greenbrook also doesn't have a tavern.
No tavern! Target!
See, that's going to be a problem.
I'm sure there's alcohol. I'm sure there's booze. If that's the motivation behind you fine gentlemen. But I'd rather be out of the woods and head properly to Greenbrook.
I agree with Harper. We get out of the woods. Who knows if there's more goblins coming?
All right. So Harper, Fyodor, do you help him? Because he is kind of limping at the moment. Like he's kind of.
Yeah, I want to do another medicine check just to see if I can like. Fix.
Target carry, Harper.
No. I'm fine. I can walk. And he kind of stumbles a little bit as he says that. He's clearly more afraid of you than his own injuries at the moment, Targrid.
21, just to see if I can just.
This man has been fucked up.
Yeah.
Like both in terms of recently, but like looking at his body, just like even just your casual observation, like this man has been through horrible things. His body is a temple that preaches the destruction that the human form can take.
I think you're gonna need this more than me, and I hand him back the small.
No. This is fine.
No.
Really, this is just my life.
I forcibly opened the cork and I pulled it up. To his mouth.
I've done that before. It doesn't help with a lot of my problems.
Yes, but right now you're not in very good condition.
And as you kind of
How about
force
you
it,
just accept his help and we can get a move on?
well, it's my okay. And he takes the potion, he drinks it, feels a little bit better, can walk a little bit faster. Target, are you wanting to do something?
Hey, all you dum-dums, let's hurry up and get out of this forest before more fucking goblins arrive.
All right.
I don't want to have to kill them all again.
All right. So you guys kind of group up and you're traveling along the road until eventually you come to this poster. You look to your left, there's a poster kind of plastered on the side of this wall. If you hover over it, you can read it.
Hold on.
It states, all those who enter the fief of Greenbrook know this. Each goblin slain is a blessing of the gods and shall be rewarded while within this region. For each goblin ear turned over to the room, 1 silver coin shall be granted. This bounty shall be honored by Room Cedric Vandal.
Is this the same?
Sarah's already turned around and started walking back to the goblins to get their ears.
Looks like he, the mysterious one's already on it.
I move back to the goblin that I killed and take that ear.
Just 1? He has 2.
Okay, I'll take the ears in the plural.
All right. Balawar, you have 2 ears. Astaro, you have 2 ears. Togrid, you have 2 ears.
Target cut off goblin ears, stupid goblin.
All right. So you guys all have two ears each as you continue on to the town, well, hamlet of Greenbrook. So let us load that map up.
I'd say as we're walking, Astaro is going to pull out a lovely, like, mahogany loot. It's got some, like, decaling kind of on the front. It's kind of hard to make out, but, like, I'd say if you really looked at it, it kind of looks a little bit saffrish, maybe? Kind of like the decals and, like, the insignias on, and he's just kind of strumming as they walk.
A lovely tune as you travel. To this lovely tune, you do so into the town, well, hamlet.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Now, Greenbrook is the very definition of small. The very definition of a quaint, rural hamlet on the very edge of society. Very little in terms of trade and business comes through here, but it is a self-sufficient community nonetheless. As you travel down the road, you start over here, kind of doing a little icon tab where your characters are starting off.
Yeah, we do have a rogue.
Traveling along the road. Is it on lock right now? Good, no. Travel along. The first thing you see looks to be a hobbit to your right on the back of a cart, kind of finishing loading up his wagon, as it were. Harper, meanwhile, looks over. That's my friend Sigismund. If you want, you can continue on, but I'm gonna go speak to him. Do any of you like walk over with Harper, or do you kind of go off and like just examine the town at your own leisure?
I'm gonna go find a tree. Let me pee.
There's plenty of trees, baby. It's a small hamlet.
All right, I'll be back.
Anybody going with Harper?
If I pee in game, I pee in real life.
Hey, don't smaller men are mysterious men. One of you go with Harper. He don't like me very much.
I'll go with Harper.
All right. So Harper walks up to Sigismund. Sigismund kind of dusts his hands off and turns around. What? Lord above, what the hell happened to you, Harper? Goblins attacked me and, well, took everything that I own. Oh, mercy, dying alive. Well, at least you're alive, Harper. He kind of hops down from the cart, kind of showing just how small this man is. He is even shorter than you, Fyodor. He kind of comes up to Harper, kind of dusts off his coat for him a little bit. My word, well, at least you're alive, Fire will help you. Head inside for a moment, friend. I'll be right with you. I'll go get the wife for you. I appreciate that, Sigismund. And Harper kind of limps into the actual house itself. Meanwhile, Fyodor, you're kind of sitting there with Sigismund. He kind of looks you up and down. So, saved my friend, did you? Appreciate that indeed. Name's Sigismund Burrows. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And he kind of puts out his little hand for a shake.
My character grips it.
Oh,
Very tight.
Oh, Lordy there, Lord above, you're a strong one, strong grip, very nice. Okay, all right. Are you another one of those adventurers coming up the room with your business?
Yeah, I suppose I am. Yes.
Beautiful goblins and that sort.
Yeah, we encountered some on the way. My acquaintances
You kind
over
of
there.
notice in the background, by the way, if you know, you notice like kind of a two burned buildings kind of on the hillock behind you. But
assumed.
sorry, what were you saying?
My acquaintances over there have 2 years each for the last encounter we just had, and I see that y'all have had some trouble yourselves.
He kind of follows your gaze, looking at the burned out buildings, and give me an insight check.
Oh.
I know your best stat.
9.
9. He kind of you can't really tell, but he's that mentioning those buildings seems to make him uncomfortable a little bit. You can't really tell why, but he's like, "Aye, that's we've had a bit of trouble. I suppose we have. I appreciate it. Room currently hasn't been about lately, but his wife. You can go and speak to his wife over at the big building in the center there. She'll be able to help you out with your bounty, as it were. Well, have a good day. I've got to go talk to my wife." And he kind of turns around and begins walking away.
With that information, I turn back and walk to the group.
I say, I've been peeing the whole time. What the hell's going on?
Well, what's his nuts is gonna be staying in that house for a bit to recover.
Are they gonna take our ears?
I was looking into that. The hobbit pointed to the big house over there, and I point in the general direction of that house. And apparently the wife of the guy who posted the bounty will pay us for the ears. Or pay you guys for the ears, I suppose.
Hey, big fellow, how about we go, turn in our ears, and we get ourselves a nice drink, huh?
Hey, this guy's making sense. I like pointy ear, man. Hey, for the help back there, Dwarf, pointy ear man, and mysterious robe man, I found 8 silver pieces. I want to give 2 to each of you for the help back there. Drinks on me, what do you guys say? Target happy.
That sounds great.
I appreciate it, Target.
Target hands 2 pieces to each person.
Hey, by the way, are the fucking silver pieces the triangle?
The triangle, yeah.
I just picture the fucking orc. Hey, wait, guys, by the way, how do we do this? How do we do this, guys?
Just leans over in a whisper.
All right, so go ahead and you can begin moving your pieces to where you want to go.
Dude, I'm not gonna mess with that.
Kind of take it a little bit
I don't know how to
slowly
mess with
because I kind of
the
want to
inventory
see
right
where
now.
you're
I'm literally
walking.
just gonna
Not
Go on my
like you don't need to go
dock
painfully
and
slow,
I-
but just show me where you're going. All right, as you pass this guy who's kind of splitting wood, he kind of looks back at you, kind of gives you a stink eye as you guys kind of pass, and then goes back to chopping wood.
Is that a human?
It is a human.
Oh yeah, I just uploaded the
It
video.
looks a little bit too dwarven for me, you know.
Might be half dwarf. Who knows? As you come forward, you can see the river has some shellfish crates in it, and stop right there at the bridge real quick. Meanwhile, to your left, you see a sawmill. They most likely used to saw wood. As you kind of, wow, I know, very, very bold take. Meanwhile, you look across the bridge and you see a man coming out. He's wearing an apron, and he's carrying, looks to be a couple of quivers. Don't have any arrows in them at the moment. And he kind of walks out, and
There's a little bit of parkour on
kind
the
of
top.
sees that you're all standing in the middle of the bridge, and he kind of watches as you all pass by, kind of looking you over.
Beep, 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 beep.
I kind of nod as I pass him.
And he kind of turns around, looking at you a little bit,
Parkour.
and continues onward. All right. So 1 second.
Where did I go? Oh,
On the ground.
I
have died.
To go, baby. I've died already. All right. So you show up to the rooms building. You're standing outside. You I imagine you go inside, right?
Oh, that's so cool.
I gesture for everyone to go in before me, and like kind of like hold the door open.
I go.
Standing there, kind of in the kind of supper area, is this elven woman. She's very thin, kind of willowy. She's got these like kind of strange purple eyes, and she kind of looks you all over. Hello, adventurers, I imagine.
Skyrim?
Hello, my name is Targid, Meat Pointy, Earman, Mysterious Robeman, and Shortman. We came to Greenbrook because we heard there was a bounty
Jesus,
for
the camera,
goblins'
forget
ears.
this.
There is. Also, if you care to destroy the nest, 3 gold coins, golden crowns wait for you.
3 golden crowns?
You would know that golden crown means that's just what they call gold pieces. They call silver princes, golden crowns, but that is still a big deal.
I was emphasizing the amount.
Yeah. So, do you have ears to turn over, I suppose?
Please.
Yes, and hello. My name is Baravor. Here are the 2 ears. This is a nice
Pleasure.
place you have.
She smiles, and she takes the ears from each of you. 2 ears from Targrid, Balavar, and Astaro. She takes them and
Where did the
immediately
other
goes
guy
over
go,
to the
chat?
fireplace and just chucks them in.
Did you
She
just
then walks kind of past,
go
past
somewhere?
you, Targrid, going over to this room,
What's up, Gara?
counts out a couple of coins, comes back out, and she gives you the silver.
Thank you. Target like silver. Make Target happy.
How much silver is this again?
2.
Per ear?
1 per ear. You get 2 silver for each guys that gave ears. So it's 2 silver for a goblin slain.
Astaro's just going to bow his head in thanks and pocket his silver.
As you are standing here, you hear this kind of loud, gruff voice. I'll not hear another damn word of it, boy! And then you hear a smashing of a cup or a plate against a wall, and you hear the just steps coming down the stairs, and you see a half-elven youth somewhere in the ballpark of 16, 17 maybe. He is coming out, and he is steaming. He is furious right now. You can tell that he is mad, and he just walks straight out the door. She looks back and watches as he leaves, kind of sighs a little bit. Looks back to you. Well, pleasure to meet you all. My name is Rania. That was my son, Conrad. And, well, she kind of pauses for a second. I wish you luck in your goblin slaying.
Rania, is there a problem with your boy?
I'm not gonna get
Your
him
little boy?
I don't care.
He's taken after his father. He wants to protect this village. It's his home. But
I'm just gonna listen.
he's too young.
Hey, short man, didn't you see burnt villages or houses over on that side when we first entered Greenbrook?
Rania kind
That was
of
a cool skybox.
pipes up before even Fyodor has a chance. The old Schmied house. That is a bit of a stain on the village. When my husband was gone for war, during the Battle of Banners, as you probably know,
I don't.
villagers from a neighboring community, Melchava,
Malachava.
came and burnt the Schmied to the ground. They believed that the wife of Mr. Schmied was a witch, so they killed them. To much the shame of my husband, this happened on his land, and, well, He got restitutions from the room of Melchava, but it didn't fix the hole that broke there. You saw the man leaving when you were coming in, I imagine.
Yes, we saw that man leave.
That was Adam, son to the Schmieds. They live. He's a blacksmith now, like his father, but now they live on the outskirts of town. Not many people bother them, as they are, well, ashamed that they didn't do anything when the Schmieds burnt. However, most people here felt a bit of relief, I suppose, at the prospect of a witch dying.
Was she actually a witch, or did people think she was a witch? What do you think, Rania?
She kind of just sighs and shrugs. It doesn't matter. She's Ash now.
Star's gonna pipe up. I mean, first, at the mention of the Battle of the Banners, he's gonna kind of shiver a bit and then pipe up. There's no such thing as a witch, my friend Takred.
Are you sure about that, mysterious Roman? In the Orc army, we used witchcraft before.
I'm just gonna lean on the table, just take out the flask of drink to just listen.
Well, what you wish then, but in my experience, I have never met a witch. I have met people that can use fun little abilities with different stones and things like that, but someone that can just do it without having to do anything, I'd never.
She kind of cocks her head a little bit. There is magic in this world.
Ha! See, mysterious Roman, I told you.
But I understand why he takes that stance. It's often relegated to the more isolated places.
Daddy issues. Is there a way to delete these hands? I don't like these hands.
What places in particular, Rania?
Even on the menu? What?
The Deadwood is one such place. We sit at its very
You
edge.
dead.
Get out of my menu.
Yes, the Deadwood. It's where we think that these goblins are coming from. It will be difficult to root them out.
I guess not.
Okay, enough talk about witchcraft and dead. Let's get some drinks and let's figure out where this goblin nest is so we can help you, yes?
I would appreciate that. The person with drinks in town would likely be Sigismund, out of anyone.
Doesn't change
Good luck.
them, though.
Would that also be the place?
Well, at
would
least
buy
mine's
from
gone.
Lord?
He has a barn. She shrugs. like that's the most natural thing. We have a chicken coop. Your choice
Yeah,
between
I'd rather
gore bowls
chicken
and
coop.
chicken coops.
Target sleep anywhere. Just need a floor and that's it.
Well, I need to go. I need to do something with herbology. A potion. It needs to be brewing. I've left it sit for too long. Feel free to see yourself out. She kind of
Oh.
turns and walks over to the neighboring room.
Did she tell us where the goblin's nest was? The starter
she-
pipes up.
No.
She said somewhere within the Deadwood. She thinks that that's where the goblins are coming from. That's where they think it's
Deadwood.
coming from.
Okay.
If they knew where the goblins were, they probably would deal with it already. Meanwhile, if you look around, you can see a number of chests. You also see a display case with room armor in it. Like this is the armor of a room knight. This is the kind of the culmination of several generations worth of wealth, kind of in that display case, kind of prominently shown in the dining hall.
Well, gents, I think it's about time we get going, isn't it?
Mhm.
My character walks out.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna
you
walk
guys
out.
walk out.
Instead of
Alright.
following everyone else, Astara's gonna come off on his own and kind of walk away from the group. Kind of pull down his mask a bit just to get some like breaths of fresh air.
Target
Okay.
need drink. Come on, Pointy Eater man. Let's find drink in town.
On you, my friend.
I bet I can drink the both of you. say as my character continues.
I don't believe that, short man. You don't have enough space to hold all of that.
Joke's on
Alright,
you. Of course I'm known for this.
All right. So a couple of things are going to happen on your way to Sigismund's hut. First off,
Is this Sigismund?
you see the son of the dead blacksmith, the current blacksmith,
Oh, this one.
kind of standing over here, kind of approaching you. He looks you guys over and he points to you, Fyodor, and says, "Sir Dwarf, can I have a moment of your time?"
Sure, what do you need? My character walks towards him.
The rest of you, I'm going to kind of railroad you a little bit, are going to be walking towards the tavern, quote unquote tavern, Sigismund's hut, when you are accosted by a man named, well, you don't know, but he's a kind of a scruffy looking individual as he comes down. Well, hello there, friends. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. As he's kind of coming and approaching you. So which scene do we want to play out first? Fyodor's or Targrid and Balavar's?
I say Fyodor since it came up first.
Okay. All right. Adam comes up to you, Fyodor.
God, I was just juggling all this. What the hell? What's up, Grunt?
You are I don't know what it's called, but you're not afraid of magic, are you? Witchcraft and the like?
Well, considering how I use blood, magic of the rune.
He nods.
no.
That's what it's called. I have a
Pokey
request,
said I wasn't invited.
if you wouldn't mind.
Well,
Sorry,
tell me what the
loser.
quest is, and I'll tell you if I can do it.
Mark isn't showing up right now,
A
so maybe
request,
he's
not a
gonna do it.
quest. People
I heard
don't say,
request.
quest for my adventure.
But I already, I know Angel wants it. If someone drops, I'm gonna get him.
If you don't mind, would you come with me?
Certainly.
All right. So he walks with you.
I follow him, but I don't let my guard down.
That's perfectly fine. He takes you back to his home and kind of waits out there for a second, kind of looking at you. So Sorenzik, if everybody else you're looking back here, it's back at the kind of edge of the map. He looks at you and says, "My sister, Tanya, and he kind of invites you inside. And sitting at the table is a young girl, no more than 12 years old. And she looks at you as you kind of enter with her brother. And her eyes are the color of like a kind of a dark sulfur, almost. A very unnatural color of eye. And he looks at you. Tanya. Yes? I forgot something over at the smithing table. Can you go fetch my tongs? She kind of squints a moment, picking up pretty easily that he just wants her to leave the room. Sure. And she kind of walks out. He looks at you. Do you understand?
You think there's something wrong with your sister?
No. She's a witch.
Her eyes. She's
She's
a
a-
witch?
Yes. I know that there are better places for her than Greenbrook. When you're done here, would you take her to Deluvant? We've got an uncle there. He has ties with the Circle, those mages in the south.
My character nods.
I'm thinking that maybe if she stays here, someone will burn her one day. I don't want my sister to burn alive. I can pay you if that's a question. I can.
I help
I'll
my
pay.
hand to stop him. I will escort her to the Circle.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the meantime, if anything happens,
I'm like writing all these notes down.
find me.
Shit, I might end up being a note taker.
No, it's
I won't go very far.
If I'm the note taker,
I
then I'll know
appreciate it.
exactly what is going on. So maybe I should volunteer myself to do that.
But are you sure this is what she wants?
I have a whole doc of just location. They want to
We've talked about it, and she
sister,
doesn't want to leave.
might want to burn.
But at the end of the day, she'll do what I tell her to. She knows it's for the best. Besides, it's not like we're saying
Peter, thank you
goodbye
so much.
forever.
Okay.
Dragon Ages.
My character nods and then makes.
Thank
his
you,
way out.
Master Dwarf.
You are welcome.
Tanya, as you exit, Tanya is standing there with a pair of tongs, kind of staring at you. Doesn't say anything, just watches.
I make a gesture like. I make a little gesture with my hand, like to say as if I'm not the final say. Still leaving it up to her. Before my character, makes his way.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the other scene, you see a man draped in fairly commoner clothing. Top of the morning to you, friends. Name's Jurgis Canis. And he offers a hand to both of you.
Target extends his hand and squeezes the man's arm very rough.
Strong
Hello.
grip.
I am Targrid of the Clan Noble.
And you?
Extend my hand, give him a firm handshake, and say, "The name is Baravora, but my friends buy me drinks. So what are you?"
We could definitely be friends, but I'm here to offer you an opportunity of business. Let me ask, did you boys come here to get your hands dirty with goblin guts? Or did you come here to make yourselves rich?
I came to pass through this small shit stain of a place.
And you? He looks over to you, Targid.
Target likes coin, Target likes drink. Coin buy drink, so you tell me.
Well, let's say that this village is a ripe opportunity to make a damn fine, well, more golden crowns than you boys have ever seen, I imagine. This current situation here, the real profit isn't to be made in killing goblins. I've been asking around while I've been here for the past couple of days, and you know who hasn't been out in that time? Or a few weeks before? He looks at you kind of expectantly, expecting you to answer him.
I just stare right back, waiting for him to finish his damn sentence.
The room hasn't made a damn appearance in days, weeks even. My thoughts? He's sick as a dog. Can't lift a finger, most likely. Meaning, the only thing between us and everything in that house, and he points over at the room's house, is a willowy little elf and an upstart teen.
Wait, which one? Oh, the big one over there.
Yeah, the big one.
Ah.
He looks at both of you.
Target looking puzzled. But wait, we went there to talk to Rivania. She gave us gold for the goblin ears. She seemed like a good woman.
I guarantee you that room has done terrible things. His family are warriors. They wage war, it's what they do. He's probably killed a few goat herders in his time. All we're doing is repossessing the wealth that was ill-gotten by him and his ilk.
And what is your evidence of this?
Evidence? It's what room do, they wage war. You care more about evidence than lining your pocket with a bit of coin? That set of armor in there, you know how much that's worth? That's worth more drinks than Targrid could ever drink. Even if he went to the finest elvish brothel, he'd never be able to finish his time there if we just get that armor and sell it. Not to mention there's probably plenty of other things. Here,
Alright.
come with. By the way, I would say that he has been taking you over this way, and he's kind of settled along with this log over here, and you notice that there's kind of like a couple of like drinks here and like melons, and he takes the bottle that's kind of on this random log and he offers it to you, Targrid. Besides, it's just going to be sitting there, fine for the taking, just like this, isn't it? And he takes one of the melons, cuts it in half, starts eating one of the half, and offers the other one to you, Balavar.
Target hesitantly takes the drink. Thank you, Yorgis.
I'm gonna wait till they both take a drink, and if they do, then I'll go ahead and start sipping.
Yeah, he offers it to you. Again, there was just this log with random food and meat, some seeds on it, and Jurgis seems very fine just taking it and eating it.
Target throws back the drink, starts chugging it. Yorgis, this is good drink. You are a friend of Target.
And friends help friends, don't they? What do you say? When the night comes, we relieve ourselves of what's in that house, forget all this goblin business, and leave rich men.
Yorgis, I hear your plan. Are you a citizen of this Greenbrook hamlet?
No, I don't come from this fucking shithole. No, I'm from Delavant. Well,
Delavant.
from there, but I'm living there at the moment. You understand? Do I live here? You're funny. I
So
like
you come
you,
here
Dogrid.
looking for good fortune, fighting people you don't know, to raid a place and steal
Raid?
everything that they have.
Well, come now. I'm not stealing from everyone. Just the
Then why don't you do it
whole
yourself?
room up there.
How can you even trust us?
I trust you because an orc's an orc, and you look like a man who needs some coin. And besides, I couldn't do this myself. I can pick a lock fine. Picking locks isn't a problem. It's, well, I don't want things to get bloody, and the more hands we have, the less likely blood is to be spilt. I'm a peaceful man, Belavar. I don't want anyone to die. I just want to get rich. Do you understand?
Target looks at Beravor, looking over a couple paces behind. Beravor, point to your man. Can I have a word with you quickly?
Yes,
Target
big
starts
buddy.
walking over.
He's where he is, continuing to eat his fill of the treats on the log.
Beravor, point to your men, my friend. I was in the orc army, and I've seen many orcs raid many of villages. What this man wants to do is not right, I do agree. However, if his story is true, where they are evil and they waged war, then we need to figure out if that is true. If that is true, then orc has no problem doing bad to bad people. What do you say?
Well, first we have to determine if they are actually bad. Are you willing to go in there, spend more time in this place, and get evidence for this person?
See, Target just thinking about coin. If we have Shortman and Mysterious Robeman figure out because they are smart, or so they say, maybe we can reduce the time, while you and I can go look for the Goblin's Nest in the meantime. Kill two birds with one stone. You have to use your brain, Pointy here, man.
As long as it gets us out of this place quickly, and we can move on to where I am going, I'm fine. I honestly do not care about anybody here.
Okay, we regroup with Shortman and Mysterious Robeman. Tell them the plan, get a good night's sleep, and then the next daybreak, we do the plan. Sound good?
In the meantime, how about we go back to the log, talk a little bit more, and enjoy a drink.
That pointy ear man is the best idea you've ever had. Target nudges back to the direction of Yurgis as he's walking over there.
All right. So you walk back to Yurgis. So what will it be, friends?
Yurgis, pointy ear, my friend, and I have talked. We are going to think about this, but we will get back to you. We have 2 more friends with us. We are going to talk to them and see what they think.
Well, there's no need to bring too many people in on this. Less people, the more profit for the 3 of us.
Then why didn't you just do it by yourself? More profit. Don't you have any friends?
Not with me. But, listen, I'm camping on the outskirts of town. I'll give you a day to consider. Tomorrow night, though.
So you're telling me you came to another town to raid, and your plan was to pick out people who you thought at a glance that didn't belong here, and you want to recruit them for a raid to steal the biggest prizes in this entire town. Is that what you're telling me? Who camps out, who leaves their town, camps out at the outskirts of this shithole alone, hoping that the people that they come across doesn't just take their idea, kill you, and does the job themselves?
He looks at the both of you. Do either of you know how to pick a lock?
Target has big meaty fingers, know how to pick a lock, but break it down, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you know how to find the best loot in a building? Either way, if you go ahead and do it yourself, there'll be plenty left over for me, and everyone will be out hunting for you. But if we do it together, we get the loot, we run away, and we get back to Delavant and become rich men.
In the meanwhile, we've already given you our answer. Let's sit down and enjoy what you brought us.
Oh, I didn't bring this. Damn villagers keep leaving it out. I think it's the elf woman.
Well, you brought it here. We will enjoy it here.
Indeed. And you eat the rest of the food on the log. And I'm going to delete it, actually. And with that, Jurgis bids you a fair day, says that he'll be waiting over in his encampment, and you guys are free to go and rejoin the rest of your friends.
Did he leave the pouch here? The
pouch is just full of seeds.
No, the other one. That looks like it has a cap on it.
Oh, that you've drank all that. You guys have used all
I'm gonna take that and add it to my inventory.
Okay. It's a jar. It's kind of like a pewter jar.
Okay.
Hey, were we supposed to have silver pieces when we started?
Yeah, everyone starts off with a couple of silver.
Okay.
All right, you come here and you meet Astaro and Fyodor, who seem to be done around the same time. You see Sigismund over next to his
Is he dead?
big freaking cow. Big cow. Big cow, big cow. Kind of patting it on the side.
That looks good.
Target is getting a little hungry. I only had drink.
Well, we did have a little bit of the bread or whatever it was, but it wasn't enough.
You think a little bit of bread is going to fill Target?
Well, that's why I said it wasn't enough.
So, short man and robe man, come over here. Target and pointy ear man figured out something. We met a friend, or met a man in the woods.
But before we continue this conversation, how about we find out something a little bit more isolated?
I agree. Where do we go? We can't go back to the inn. So we
There's
need
no
to.
inn.
What the fuck is that building in the center then?
That's the room's house.
Oh, the room.
Okay, how about we just go to my left up the hill here?
Target points. Come on, friends.
Rosie boy?
Yeah, I move.
Wrong way.
Wrong
They're
way.
moving up the hill.
There we go. All right, listen, friends. Fucking target, you big fucking dumb orc.
Dumb orc bitch.
Little slut.
Listen, friends. My Targrid and Pointy Earman met a man in the woods named Jurgis. He came to us with a proposition. The very same elf woman, Ravania, he wants us to steal from them, claiming that they have good treasures and that they are bad, evil people. Pointy Earman and myself wanted to talk to you two before we made a decision. Targrid's plan was to have Short Man and Robe Man investigate the town to see if this is true, while Pointy Earman and Targrid go investigate and find the goblin nest. What do you all say?
Astaro's going to look at Target and just utter disbelief. As much as I do not like the Rue, everyone, no matter who, deserves some ounce of respect. Stealing
That rhyme.
from
He starts writing that
someone-
down.
I hate the Rue, but stealing from someone who's shown us hospitality.
Well,
What
don't
do you
get ahead of
think I
yourself.
am?
We're not stealing yet. We're deciding whether these people are worth stealing from and if they deserve it.
Hospitality! As Targrid slams his fist on the ground. The only hospitality they showed us is we did a job and they paid us. That's no hospitality. They didn't offer us drink, no mead, no food, nothing.
They didn't offer us
Did
to
they
even sit
kick you
down at
out
the
of
table.
town?
And can we get our hands up to this? Why is everyone waving their hands in the center here?
Fyodor looks
As
down
the
at
big guy said, no hospitality. We did a job. We finished the job. We got rewarded for the job. It is what is expected. They at no point have they gone out of their way to help us out.
So that being said, he told you he was a bad guy.
I mean, aren't we all bad guys? But just because we're bad guys doesn't mean we have to be bad guys, okay? Let's first find evidence to see if these people are really bad guys
What did
to
he tell
possibly
you
steal.
to say he was a bad guy?
Either way, he understood that we have to get evidence first.
Do you not
Can you stop
remember
flopping
what he
around?
told
I'm trying to talk. How about
Hey.
we get, as the big fellow here said to me earlier, kill two birds with one stone. Some of us investigate whether if this job, if they deserve it, and if it's worth it, while the other does the task that they have told us.
Hey, real quick, I gotta go, boys.
All right. Targrid is gonna do his own thing, kind of stand on the
Is
outskirts of the village, kind of guard it a little bit while you guys continue your questing and adventuring within the town.
See, we just gotta leave early.
Targrid is going to go for a little bit. Targrid has orc things to do. No, on a serious note, this show was fun. I gotta go. I got like a 13, 14-hour drive. I'll see you
My
boys.
buddy-
When will you be
next week.
back on
My
Thursday,
buddy-
by the way? Will it be back next Thursday, or should we push it to Friday
I'll-
next week?
I'll message you on Discord and let you know what's up.
Okay.
Alright, Targrid says bye.
Bye-bye. We'll have a drink soon.
All right.
I forgot he had
So you
to
guys
leave.
have kind of discussed, just for the sake of Balavar, just for the sake of forensic memory, I know it is that of a goldfish. Basically, Jurgis told him that it's okay
not
to
wrong.
steal from
I've-
the Room because Room, by their nature, gain their wealth through plunder and war with each other, and they raid each other all the time. So all we're doing is raiding him.
So essentially, what he's used is conjecture, and based off what he's
Correct.
seen in rooms to justify stealing from this room.
Correct.
That's shitty reasons. And if that's the nature of rooms, maybe, maybe just maybe, he still earned what he has. But I say, find the evidence. I say we rest and then find the evidence tomorrow because a little bit short on ability to
Okay,
do
alright,
things
fine.
that hurt.
We rest, which was what we were going to do anyways. We get the evidence. I don't know how we're going to do this without the big boy here. And then we go find the goblin place, wherever the hell they're sending us. Sounds good?
That sounds good.
Okay, then let's do it.
All right. So you head down to Sigismund, who's kind of been your. Everyone says, "Go talk to Sigismund. Go talk to Sigismund. Go talk to Sigismund." It kind of is a common thing. Sigismund is still sitting there with his big fuck off cow, kind of going, "Oh, my poor baby, poor little thing." Kind of gently patting it a little bit. Kind of as you kind of approach behind him, he looks back. "Oh, you again and your friends. Talk to the room."
Yes, we did.
Oh, you actually talked to Cedric.
No, we talked to his wife. We
Damn
heard him,
shame.
but we didn't talk to him.
You heard him. Well, at least he's alive. Blessed be. That's a good thing. Shame I haven't seen him for quite some time. How can I help you?
Well, we need a place to stay, and I believe Balagor over there wants some drinks.
Drinks and a place to stay. For 3 or for all the group of you? Tagrid as well, I suppose. Well, he doesn't know Tagrid, but I insinuate Tagrid.
He'll probably need a place to sleep as well. We don't want him sleeping out in the dust.
Alright then, I'm not unreasonable. A silver a night to stay in my barn with the gore cows. And for food and drink for the night, we'll say, for the lot of you, 5 silver.
Did I overhear that right? 5 silver? I'm filling up my jar right now. To stay?
For
For
One-
food and drink.
5 for food and drink for the day. 1 silver to stay in my barn for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems
I
reasonable.
wash out the
I'll take-
jar and then I fill it up with water.
He looks quite pleased with this. Right then. Go ahead and find yourself in the bar. I'll have the wife come out with food and drink in a moment. I've still got a 10-old crusher here.
Silver for a barn.
What is wrong with the
Dude, I'm gonna rob these people blind.
He's been sick for the past few
Fuck you,
weeks, haven't you, Crusher? And he kind of like rustles its ear, and the big cow
Oh,
goes.
that's where Harper is.
Very just deep, just huffing its nose. Been like this for quite a while now. Ever since he went out into the deadwood. Came back though, just sicker than he could be. Trying to figure out what he ate. Ronnie helped out a little bit, gave him a poultice, but
You curl up.
well,
in
at
the
least he's
orc
alive, blessed be.
Hey, do you mind if I take a look at him?
Sure, by all means.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to Old Crusher, and before I do it, I'm gonna cast Guidance on myself,
Ooh.
and then I'm gonna roll an Arcana.
Guidance.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. 21.
21. I'm gonna take you to another channel.
Oh,
Secrets, secrets, secrets.
secrets indeed?
Hey, I gotta say, a silver for a night stay in a town with 4.5 buildings. Not even buildings, just huts. That's kind of ridiculous, don't you think?
I've been worse.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if you've been in it worse. It's what we can get now.
Just be happy you're getting a place to stay.
No, I can sleep on outside. That's fine. I'm just wondering why the hell did they want so much money for a place like this? I'm a ranger.
Probably don't get much traffic around here.
Yeah, but if they want more trash, supply and demand. They don't have a lot of demand. They definitely don't have a lot of supply. Prices are going to be low. They should be low.
Then you try bartering with the halfling.
I mean, I was over there filling my jar and I just hear you guys not saying anything. Yes, I will try. I will attempt. Burn his barn? I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be like fucking war fiend or whatever. How's the quality of the stream, by the way? Looks alright. Why does the camera look out of focus? Does the camera look out of focus? My camera needs more focus.
So what are you doing this out here alone?
It's here. I'm trying to go to the next town over. And then town after that. Town after that.
But why?
I don't even know your people's name. The only person I like right now is the big fellow. And he seems to be on his own trip right now. I'm watching at 160p.
Work who you wish and do what you want. Ain't no bother to me.
It doesn't matter if it's a bother to you. What kind of ranger are you running? So I'm going to try to specialize in two-handed swords.
What to say, though? The big fella. It's not that bad.
No. He seems like a good time.
Mm-hmm. Seems kind enough.
Why do you wear that hood? Why do you have a mask? Are you ugly? You sound ugly.
Mm. Everyone has their reasons for everything. I have my reasons for my own. You probably have your reasons for wanting to drink, even.
It's
You
me,
sound ugly.
Sigismund. Well, anything you can tell about him, friend?
I have an idea. I need to look into it first.
What do you think?
It's nothing major. You don't need to concern yourself with. You only need to concern yourself with how I'm going to fix it.
Give me a deception check.
Oh! Guy!
Yikes!
Oh god!
Yo, boo, thank you for the resub, man.
It's a 4!
Oh!
He squints at you.
This is the first time I've ever played D&D,
Don't worry
man.
about it. It's always what healers say when something's
Thank you
gonna
so much,
die. He goes over to the cow and starts just caressing its fucking neck, like, "Oh, Crusher, you're gonna be okay, you sweet thing, you."
I have a question. How many bronze is in a silver coin? Like how many?
How many what?
How many like bronze coins is worth one silver?
We don't. I'm scrapping bronze coins for the most part.
Oh,
They're not really going to exist in this setting. Silver coins is kind of the baseline mainstay.
so one silver
currency.
coin is like as cheap as it can possibly get.
You can, you can. That's what they would call silver bits. You can you can cut a coin in half and offer a bit,
Like Bitcoin?
like Bitcoin. Yeah.
Those are worth a lot. Okay. All right. Well, then in that
He's
case,
not saying
one
that each
silver
one of
is
you
not
need.
that
No,
bad. Never
just a
mind.
note, he's not saying that each one of you needs to pay 1 silver. He's saying for all of you to sleep in his barn, it's 1 silver.
Oh,
for the
okay.
night.
Then never mind. I'm gonna keep it to myself then.
I look at the two of them and say, "Don't hurry yourselves. I'll pay for the food and the staying the night, so I can have 69 silver."
Nice.
Thank you, small
Nice.
He takes it. He doesn't even take it. He's just sitting there crying. Crusher.
I pat his shoulder.
Sad as can be. You can go stay in the barn.
What's up, chair?
You can walk over there, kind of set up for the night. You're kind of in your own privacy. The wife brings you out some food. So this lady comes in carrying.
Oh, yeah, there's another one.
Uh,
Oh, not
They'd probably
nearly
have
as big, though.
sausages, mainly bread for the most part, and a bit of porridge is what she comes in and offers you. Here you go. Puts
Help
it on.
myself,
I'll
play
put it right
D&D.
here on the crate here. Help yourself. Hope you don't mind the smell. And indeed, it does smell like a Gorbull lives here, as there are many Gorbulls in this field. And she walks off. Unless you want to stop her and talk to her, in which case you can. But I imagine that right now you want to talk to each other.
What's up, honey?
What's up, girl?
Oh, are you actually going after her?
Are you going outside, Fyodor?
Oh no, I'm gonna go inside.
You
Actually.
just follow her like hello.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna set up my spot here, and then I'm gonna ask the dwarf. So you were seeming pretty quiet, pretty shady. You were definitely holding something back. What is wrong with that monstrosity of a cow?
I kind of whisper. I glance behind me and I whisper.
He's crying too loud to hear you.
I gesture Boulevard to come closer and he's been cursed by a woodland spirit.
He's been cursed by an I'm whispering. He's been cursed by an evil spirit.
A woodland spirit.
Woodland spirit.
No clue why the woodland spirit would curse a cow, but nonetheless, I'm gonna try and get it removed. I myself am not able to remove curses yet, but I think either the wife of the room may be able to, or someone else. I have.
Yeah, what if it was the wife of what if it was the wife of the rune who did it? She's been talking an awful lot about witches and magic.
It was done by a woodland spirit.
Maybe that's her.
I can guarantee it. She is not a woodland spirit. She is clearly an elf.
Now, how do you?
Maybe a magically imbued elf. I put a hand up and kind of just like calm him a little bit. Maybe a magically imbued elf, but she's not a spirit.
I mean, it's not a stretch of the imagination for an elf to be imbued with some type of magic.
No, it's not. But not woodland spirit magic.
I'm just saying. Going back to our conversation we had earlier, I might chalk this up to some evidence. This might be a good job. They might deserve it. All I'm saying is coin for us. We can be on our way. And we'll be better off tomorrow than we are today.
Astaro is going to reach into his bag and pull out a symbol of a Hydra and like, do you think this could help them? The Gorbel.
Do I recognize what that is?
Congrats on officially
Hydra,
becoming a
that's
nerd.
your
Right with. Thank you so much, man.
Fucking. I look at it and say, well, considering how I have one, and
You show him your symbol.
probably not.
You know, put it back in the bag. Well, I don't think any other ones in here would help.
To you, that sounds very strange, Fyodor. That means he has multiple symbols.
My character kind of blinks and just makes like a mental note of that. Goes
Okay,
back.
I'm just gonna go back to the crate and start eating and drinking.
Well, now hold on. We haven't properly introduced ourselves, right?
Not yet, technically.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
you guys have actually properly talked about yourselves.
We have not. I haven't introduced myself.
I'm
and
still
neither
staying
of
by
you
the
two.
crate.
Eating
My
the
name is-
eating the best sausages first.
I'm eating the best. I'm getting the drinks, the cold while it's still cold, and the best sausages while it's still hot.
I take a bit while I talk. But my name. I feel like we should introduce ourselves because clearly we're gonna be stuck with each other for a bit, so might as well learn your face before I inevitably have to get you up off the ground. My name is Fyodor Bjornshammer, of Clan Eisenhagriff. And I've been a cleric in a monastery for 30 years now. And that's me.
Card misspelled it or use the other one.
Give me your name.
I changed my
Mr.
name card.
Edison.
It's the one with the R now, not the.
Oh, you changed your name?
Well, no, I told you it was either
Baravor.
one of the two. It's Baravod.
Barabor. Okay.
Star is gonna gesture to Baravor to introduce himself if he does so, please.
Forensic, they're asking you to introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm still staring. Okay, so I finish eating the sausage, wash it down with a drink, and I glance over to the right and I say, the name is Baravor. And then I just go right back to drinking.
You've been drinking a lot. Give me a constitution check.
Okay.
Star's gonna wipe some dirt off his jacket. He's like, my name is Astaro. Clearly, I am a bard. My origins do not
Got
matter.
19, boys.
In my face does not matter.
I'm stone cold sober. That's wrong.
They kind of stare at you, I imagine, just like, okay.
What did you say your name was?
Astaro.
Astaro. Well, unless I know whose ass I'll be saving.
All right, what'd you get for your con
I
save?
got a 19. I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, this is just Tuesday to you, dude.
Uh-huh.
Another day, another day, another dollar. As you drink.
I'm just here chilling, drinking, enjoying my time, and making the best of the situation. And then
All right.
when I'm sitting down, eating and drinking, that's when, again, I have a smile on my face. And I'm just relaxing.
Fyodor, would you like to tell anybody about what you did over there with the blacksmith? Or would that be something you're keeping to yourself?
I'll keep it to myself for the moment. I'll tell them.
Okay.
Little shit.
Are you guys just gonna sit here for the night, or are you gonna like go out into the town and like do stuff?
Well, there's not much of a town to explore, is there?
There's not much of a town to explore. There are characters in it. Plenty of people you can talk to.
I do want to see if I can follow up on things, and I'm gonna go to the room's house and see if I can talk to the wife.
Are you guys just staying in the barn? Are you following him? What are you guys doing with your time?
I was gonna get some food and drink.
You guys are eating.
I ate before I left. I grabbed food.
Yeah, you guys don't have to say my entire action is eating forever. Like you can eat food, but
I'm
like,
eating
you guys
forever.
want...
I'm going to once I finish eating, since I started first, I figured it'd probably finish before Astaro.
So who are you following
And then
about, or what are you doing?
All I'm going to do
Go to
is
blacksmith,
start
get some more
moving.
arrows, whatever.
Well, am I keeping? I'm not too worried about arrows. Well, I kind of. Do I keep track of how many arrows I have?
I would keep track of your arrows for right now.
How many do I have? Hold on.
You start with 20.
Oh, I have 19. So
Okay.
no, I'm fine. Okay, then I'm gonna be moving across, and then I am just going to come up here and actually get on the roof and just look, just chill, just
You're
lay
gonna
down.
climb on the roof?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb on the roof and just
Okay.
lay down.
Well, I need you, Forensic Bandit, as you're going up to the roof, to get me a good old athletics check. On your character sheet, there should be a thing that
I'm
you
just
can
gonna tab
click.
open. You say athletics check?
Athletics.
Oh shit, it's -1. Oh, woo!
Here we go.
You got a nat 20.
You fucking got a
You got a nat 20. With a -1, of course.
You climb up onto the roof.
Oh, that's gonna be like the
you're able to
highest
sit
point
there.
at the-
There's a
yeah. And so what I'm gonna be doing up here?
so you're trying to get to the highest point.
Well, no,
like the very
not
tippy
yet.
top?
I figure with a 19, I can probably just freely go wherever I want, right? Or do I keep rolling
Oh.
for every single one?
Well, I mean, you can. You're pretty good at what you are. Looking in the window.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
See a bed. So I'm gonna actually hold on. Get the scene for you once.
I wanted to see like maybe if I can bristle through some of the weed up here, see if there's any cracks in the walls, if there's if I can hear anything, see anything.
So on the roof, you can look into the window and you see a bed chamber. You see a man, blonde hair, big beard, kind of sitting there, just drenched in sweat. Kind of in the bed, clearly sicker than a dog. So that seems that the postulation of that your friend Jurgis was correct in assuming that this man is very sick.
Okay, I'm just thinking. Well,
Cabinet, you see a chest in front of
I
him.
can say that.
The room is fairly empty. The
Am I
windows
able to
are not.
slide through these windows?
Oh yeah, you could definitely just slide through the window.
And then you said there's a chest.
Yeah, there's a chest.
Hold on, let me check something.
Oh no.
Where's my stealth?
Oh no.
Oh, it's a 5. Okay,
You have thieves' tools. Remember what he said? Do you have lock? Can you pick a lock?
No, that's not true.
That's
Okay, can
that
when I look into the
question earlier on why you would need someone to rob people.
when I look through the window, can I see anything like laying on the floor? What's on him, like on his person? Anything like of importance?
You see, like on this table, on this like a chest, like somebody has been putting like poultices. There's a couple empty bottles. There's some herbs kind of laying there, kind of crushed up. There's a mortar and pestle. Somebody's been taking care of him. Likely the wife.
Okay, and then is there anywhere else on the roof that I can like look into the house?
No, this is pretty much the only good vantage point. At least for looking into the house. Like there's not like an attic or anything.
Yeah.
It's this room and the room below.
Okay, so then I'll just stop when I'm doing right here, and I'll tell you later. Let's give everyone else a chance.
Okay. So let's go. Whoops. All right. So
That was a cool find.
Astaro, what are you doing?
After finishing some food, Astaro is gonna kind of walk out here next to the Gorble, just take out his lute and just start strumming away, enjoying the scenery in the night.
Annoying the dying cow.
Hey, it could be a great music. You know what? I'm giving the Gorble bardic inspiration just because you said that.
I inspired.
I wink at the Gorble.
What's up, dude?
It moans. So that's what you do? Just spending your time having a good one. All right. Fyodor, what's your passive perception, by the way?
Oh God.
It should be 10 plus your perception
13.
modifier. You notice, so when you were talking to the woman, to Rania, she had like weird kind of symbols kind of like painted on her body. You notice that the archway of this door has those little symbols kind of carved into it.
Can I make an Arcana check or like a history check to see if this is some sort of like
It would be history,
finding
most likely.
or
Do a history check.
guidance? Oh. Best cantrip in the game.
I guide me.
Artificial 20.
Article 20. You don't know too much about this particular symbol, but you know it is. You've seen a couple incantations of it because you've in the monastery. Elves sometimes will come by to trade once in a blue moon, and wood elves in particular are kind of more frequent in your area. This is a wood elf symbol. You're not sure exactly what tribe. You're thinking it might be either the Swanee or the Ulwini tribe that would be carving this symbol. It is a symbol of protection, health, and fertility.
Okay. I'll make note of that before I knock on the frame.
Am I able to hear everything that's happening in this house right now?
It would be muffled, but you're on the roof, and the roof is made of thatch, so yeah.
Okay, so then yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I hear, once I hear the knock, I'll hear that, and I'm gonna press my ear against the roof and try to find, or just listen. Okay. But no one knows I'm here, right? No one can see me?
No one knows you're there.
Okay.
Correct. Well, that depends. I mean, do a self check for me.
You should have told me to do it before.
Well, do a self check for now. I'm thinking like there might be somebody that's watching.
Oh, all right. I got a 15.
Yeah, you're pretty stealthy. You're kind of able to hang low.
Boom, baby. Let's go.
I'll roll real quick to see if there's any just fucking eagle-eye villagers. Nope, natural 1 for him. Okay. All right. Fyodor, you enter the room.
That didn't sound good.
As Rania kind of came over to the window and gestured you in, she comes over. Ah, Fyodor, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
How can I help you?
I lower my voice a little bit, and from what I can tell, you're clearly a more magically inclined woman.
I know the ways of my tribe. I can't cast magic in any form.
But still, maybe you can help. Do you know that Old Crusher, the Hobbit's beloved cow, is cursed?
Her eyebrows kind of furrow a little bit. Cursed?
Yes. I'm a cleric and do my studies and everything. Alright, and when he introduced Old Crusher to us, I noticed in his eyes clearly the signs of a woman's spirit curse. Now, I don't have the knowledge yet to remove curses, and so I've come to you in hopes that maybe you can assist with the knowledge that you
Come with
know.
me. And she just tells you to. She doesn't
Go upstairs, go
stop.
upstairs, go
Doesn't
upstairs.
doesn't let you finish. She just tells you to follow. Do you follow?
Yep.
All right. She takes you up here. You see a man in a bed, kind of tightly packed in there. And she walks over. He's just in the depths of a fever. She goes over, puts her hands on his eyes, and opens it up. Look.
And I look
And
into it.
I'll give you advantage on this because I'll give you advantage.
Guidance. Oh, 14. Oh wait, no, hold on. Advantage. Duh. Hold on. 14.
He has the same curse as the cow.
I knew it. I knew it.
I told her that
That's what I was
he
gonna
has the same curse.
think, but I don't want to say
Whatever,
it.
put it on him. Put it on the cow.
The Spriggan. It has to be. And as she's saying this, Baravar. Give me a perception check, dude.
I don't like you.
About to get nated.
Oh! It's a
What is
3.
It's a 3? All right. You don't hear it. Let me do an athletics check real quick. You don't hear it, but you feel a sword pressing against your back. Don't make a move.
Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello there.
What are you doing up here, traveler?
Well, this roof is comfortable. I'm trying to find a good night's sleep.
Give me a deception check. I'll determine how you're determine about how fuck. He's a 17-year-old kid. So
Son
we'll
of a
see.
bitch.
What?
It's a 4.
Get fucked.
Yeah, sleeping on a thatch roof instead of inside of a house. Very clever. I take you more like a thief.
No, not
And he says that loudly. Fyodor, you hear someone talking. And like fucking Ronnie looks up as well. Conrad? She says. It's fine, mother. I caught
Don't
a
mind
pest.
us. We're just horsing around up here playing on the roof.
Is that
Hello, friend. Look, I'm looking out for your safety.
dumbfounded that he managed to get up on the roof?
It's a small house. They basically have
It's
steps
a
up here.
thatch roof.
Let's go down. What do you say?
And if I don't?
I'll run you through like a dog. Give me an insight check.
Okay.
So like this is, I'm just showing you like this is the kind of stuff you can do.
I got 11.
He might not. But he's got a sword to your back.
Can I do like a check on him where like an athletics check or whatever check is related to this, where I quickly pull up my. No, I don't want to fucking piss anybody off here just yet. Okay, well I'll just turn around, and I just say, after you.
Towards out of your chest. At this point, the young man has kind of realized that getting off this roof and keeping a sword to you is gonna be kind of fucking hard. So he's kind of awkwardly standing there, and not sure what to do. Let me give him a wisdom check to see if he's smart enough to disarm you. Nope.
Okay, well then I see his hesitation, and then I take out my blade.
Oh no! Okay.
I take out one of my swords.
Okay.
And I say, "Look, now we are."
Well,
equal.
I mean, fucking take a courage check because you're taking out a sword. Like he'd
Courage
fucking
check?
probably attack you. Like, I'm just...
Well, I take a courage check.
No, he's
Okay.
taking a courage check to see if he.
I'd say he's on. He's
stab you right.
disadvantaged. I say he's disadvantaged. He's on a roof. He doesn't know what
You
to
got a
do.
sword in your chest, dude, and you're reaching for your scabbard. Like, if anything, he should stab you right now. But luckily, he's pretty inexperienced, and he lets you draw your blade. So now you're both sitting there,
And then
blades drawn.
I tell him,
like, pointing at each other.
Now we are both comfortable with our swords at our necks. How about we both get off? After you.
He kind of huffs and takes his sword away from you. Actually, give me an intimidation check to see if he does this. Let's see how scary you are. I'll say with advantage because he is inexperienced.
Okay, that's my first roll. 6. Second one. 8. What the fuck happened to my rolls?
Dude, roll 20 is unforgiving.
It is. No,
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I think I can take you. And he goes to try to disarm you. He goes to try to like knock the sword out of your hand. So I'm gonna do. So let's do opposed athletics checks for this.
Okay, athletic.
Yep.
What do you got?
No, you roll. You roll.
I got 19. Natural
You got a
20.
nat.
Well, minus 1.
You got
Yeah,
a nat 20.
Yeah.
He got a natural 1.
Okay, I would say I disarm him and he falls off the roof. Okay, that's fucked.
Oh yeah, no. What happens? I'll let you decide.
Okay.
What happens?
So when he tries to disarm me, he goes in, and I notice that he's off-footed and he's going in real weak. I disarm him and push him back, and he tumbles off the roof. And right before he falls and gets hurt, I'll grab his hand.
This is a slope, steep enough, a level enough slope to where he's just gonna onto the ground.
Okay,
He's
well,
not gonna
hold-
really.
well,
Like,
here's the
this
thing.
isn't a 10-foot.
I figured if I got the 20 and he had the 1, if he's gonna fall off right before he actually he's out of my reach, I'll grab his hand, and I'll keep him there.
It is like a 8-foot drop. Like he's not gonna take any damage by dropping.
He's not?
It would just he's not gonna take any damage by dropping.
Okay, well either way,
He's just gonna land on his ass.
right before he falls and everything, I'm sure he's getting all scared. I'll grab his hand, make sure he levels out, and then I'll drop him and he'll fall just on his feet.
All right, so
And
he
then
does so.
And then I'll just hop off right behind him, as I said. We'll both get off.
All right, you
Well, before I say that,
expertly-
before
expertly handle this 16 or 17 year old.
Before I get off, I'll say, be careful there. You don't want to slip. And then I jump off.
He's angry. He is angry.
And then I'll put my sword away.
And being full of youthful vigor, we'll call it, he goes to try to just tackle you. So give me another opposed athletics check as he goes after you.
This guy's just come on, dude! I saved his life.
He's a fucking teenager. Like he doesn't care.
Well, I guess his youthfulness is
What is it?
paid off. I'm an 8 right now.
Got a 9.
No way! Oh my god.
So he does manage to actually tackle you, and he's just on top of you in this ungraceful brawl. Fyodor and Rania, you come to the door, and Rania just says, "Honor!" And he stands up after it and kind of stands there. He was on the Connor, and he shuts up for a second. Fyodor, what do you do with your friend?
I'm gonna get up.
I walk over, and I fucking slap him. I just like backhand him. Like you're an idiot.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Let's avoid PvP if we can.
Oh, he slapped. I don't even fucking know this guy. I'm gonna punch him in the face. He just slaps me. I'm gonna deck him.
Also, you can shove him a little bit. Like, get off me.
To who? Who to who? What?
You can shove him. You can shove him. Like, get the fuck away from me, basically.
All right, I push
You
him
can be a
and I put my
standoff.
left
I don't wanna
foot
go
behind
into-
his
I don't
right
wanna go
foot so he
into
can
punching,
fall.
because punching insinuates combat.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna push him. I'll push him.
Okay, you push him. He gets shoved back a little bit. Okay, Fyodor, Baravar, you're sitting there. You're both apparently a little bit mad at each other, miffed at each other.
I don't even know you. Do not lay your hands on me.
How loud are they being?
Give me a perception check.
Chaos character, chaos crew, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ba ba ba. Fucking, let's
Mike,
fuck
what's
shit
your
up.
perception
Come
check?
on, let's
Sorry,
make things weird.
Yeah, gotta actually get it open.
My God, you're not even ready for the fucking check. Disgusting, Dino. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Utterly 15.
Yeah, you can hear it.
I'm gonna wander my measly ass over here.
All right. Well, it takes a little bit of time. So, Fyodor, Baravar, you're there. Kind of sounding standoff. What are you saying, Fyodor?
I may not know you, but I'm gonna fucking slap someone who's being a disrespectful dumbass.
And here
And
I
he's
am,
dropping on
just
conversations.
finding a roof to sleep on. And maybe protecting your small helpless looking self, I might add, into a stranger's house, going upstairs alone with this woman. I don't know you. I've fought with you, and so I will, try to keep an eye on you. But I swear, you ever touch me like that again? And I put my hand on my right sword. There will be trouble.
You wouldn't get 5 feet, but that's beside the point.
I'm in 5 feet right now.
I take a step back, and
And I just smirk because I just smirk.
Rania.
Connor, go see to your father. And he looks at her as if she's told him something that he doesn't want to do, and he just huffs and then he leaves. He doesn't go to his father. He just walks away.
As he's leaving, I'll just say, "There's a good scuff there, boy. If you ever want, I'd gladly have a drink with you."
He very edgily walks away, kind of leaving, heading off. Well, interesting that I have 2 visitors, one on my roof, one that came with me.
That took a turn.
She kind of thinks for a moment. Please don't go on my roof again, sir.
Okay, I will not go on your roof tonight.
He kind of frowns, but shrugs. So be it. Please come inside. Astaro, you kind of show up as the kid is passing you. Do you say anything to him, or try to He looks mad. He's huffing off, walking with a heavy step.
I think he's just gonna walk as pass by, just look a little roughed up there, kid.
Adventurers like you are a danger to my town, and I won't hesitate to protect you.
Sure you will.
I approve.
He walks off. You show up as then you see them going inside. Do you go inside, Baravar?
Yes. Why not?
Why not? So, Astaro, you also show up. So she's standing there. I believe it to be... Well, it might be the Spriggan. Might be a fairy, I suppose.
They just go
I'm not
right
sure.
back to the conversation like nothing happened.
My husband is cursed. What do you want to know?
Everything.
Well, I want to know if you know how. So you said it was a Spriggan.
That's what I believe.
Do you know where the Spriggan is?
The Spriggan is the master of the Deadwood, in a way. He's not something that most people believe in, but he is something very real. I would know. My own mother was killed by him.
What the heck did I
The
not see
Spriggan of the Deadwood is also known as the midwife of stillborns.
that? Oh, it's in logos. Why is it in logos?
He, by his nature,
Oh, sorry guys.
desperate mothers
put it in
travel
studio mode.
the Deadwood when they know their children are dying or that the child in their womb is dead. The Spriggan senses their desperation and seeks them out. He makes a deal with them, and once the mother's milk dries, the mother will return to the Deadwood and is never seen again. It was the fate that befell my mother.
Why did your husband go into the Deadwood?
It is his duty. There are goblins in the Deadwood. They have been raiding the fields, attacked the Gorbles a few times. That is why we sent out the bounty. Were my husband healthy, he would have handled it himself. But he went to handle it, and he came back sicker than I knew what to do with.
Deadwood.
At least he came back.
Deadwood. This looks like it's the Deadwood.
From what he told me, he didn't have any encounter with the Spriggan. He was simply there killing goblins. I don't know why the Spriggan would be interested in my husband. Or the Gorble, for that matter.
Alright, well, I'm three beers deep, boys. Promise you, more beers I get
Do
in
you
my
think it could be
drink,
anything
the more
besides the
shenanigans
Spriggan?
we're gonna pull, dude. Baravul's just here for a
Spriggan
good
is the
time
most
looking for
powerful
trouble.
creature of the Deadwood.
Look, it sounds like we just need to go to wherever the fuck this Deadwood is and just kill everybody there. And come back with a couple ears. And then we'll take it from there.
The Spriggan is a creature of nature. His strength is determined by the size of the Deadwood, and the Deadwood is massive. If you fight the Spriggan with sword and shield, as you have now, you will not return.
She's right. We can't fight it.
Then how do we fight it? How do we beat it?
The Spriggan has rules, as any creature of nature does. It has its own nature. I just know an old tale that my tribe would say. It's just a saying. I don't know much more. Do not sup with the Spriggan. Do not break your fast with the Spriggan. Break not thine fast in the Spriggan's grove. Break not thy fast in the Spriggan's grove. I always took it to mean that you don't get drunk in the woods.
So did you say do not break fast?
Break
With the
not
Spriggan
thine fast in the Spriggan's grove.
No, break thine fast in the Spriggan's. So you're saying I have to be completely and utterly sober for this?
I don't know what it means. It's Just a saying that my tribe would say.
Well, then it sounds like we don't touch anything, we don't eat anything, we don't drink anything. and we
Break
just go.
fast.
Do
Break
not
fast.
break thine fast in the Spriggan's
Fast
Grove.
as in, I'm assuming eating.
In
food?
this time,
Yeah.
you people would know, like, to break a fast is
To break it fast is to have breakfast in the morning.
or to eat.
Exactly.
just
That's
means
what I
to
was
eat.
saying. Yeah, exactly. Don't eat anything. Don't touch anything. Don't drink anything. Just do there. You'll go there to do the job.
Perhaps there are other people about that would have information for you, but asking them simply what a Spriggan would do might be. Who's buzzing Clover? Kick? Out. I don't know who the fuck that was. Anyway,
In the game.
yeah, someone joined the game. But anyway, what was I saying? Asking some people point blank if there's a Spriggan, what they know about Spriggans, it won't help. They'd probably just be afraid and wouldn't understand what you're talking about. But old wives' tales, perhaps books, if there were any about. The only one that I know that'd be an avid reader is Tanya. I'm sorry I can't be of more help, but I'll begin gathering something. There's a way to find the Spriggan, but I don't know. Give me a day.
A day should be fine. We can rest and see. I don't know. Do you think taking hostile action in the forest would disturb the Spriggan? Is that why your husband came back?
It shouldn't.
We
The
could just burn
Spriggan-
it down.
The Deadwoods. You cannot burn the Deadwood.
Unless they made a deal with the goblin. Unless the goblins made a deal with the Spriggan.
She frowns at that. Maybe. I don't
For
know.
protection. That's the only reason they
The
would
Spriggan
be.
is cruel by its nature to kill mothers as it does. I don't know what its intentions are or what its designs are. Perhaps my husband was opposing that in some way that he didn't even know.
I'm gonna go find a tree.
Just fuck it up. Stab the shit out of that tree. Good luck. Again, see you around town if
I'll
you
be
can
back.
find out more information.
Chat, update me when I come back.
All right, Sorenzik, you find a tree. It was difficult. It tried to hide from you, but you found it. I'm going to go into... All right. Astaro and Fyodor, what are you doing?
I mean, Astaro's gonna ask what all the ruckus was going on as they're walking.
Our other compatriot was being a dumbass and was up on the roof. I'm assuming looking for evidence, but he doesn't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, indeed he did not.
Kind of mean.
But my character. What time is it? I have a watch. I'm gonna check what time it
Click.
is.
You open it up. It is approaching evening.
Alright.
It's not quite sundown, but it'll get there soon. You still have a good deal of time where people are out and about. Probably an hour. You can probably expect that you still have.
So crab.
So right now, what you should do is basically there are multiple people in this town. Each of them would have different information depending on what they do and who they are. So you could go to Tanya, you could go to the blacksmith, ask them questions about it. If you remember about the blacksmith, they like why did the neighboring town burn down their family's house?
Yeah.
Like there's tons of reasons. There's tons of people. Go to Sigismund, you could go to the woodcutter. All these people would have different information. I'll say that you'd probably be able to talk to 2 people if you wanted to, like 2 groups of information that you could probably get to before the night is done.
I'm gonna go talk to Tanya and her brother. Fyodor is.
If Fyodor doesn't mind, Star will follow along.
Okay.
Also, I need to quickly use the restroom. So.
All right, go. We'll take a pee break. Pee break time. Pee break time. It's time for the pee break time. Everybody likes pee break time. Pee, pee, pee. Gotta pee, pee, pee for you and me. Astaro, sing me a pee break time song.
Should I roll a performance?
No, just sing. It's your time. It's your time to shine. Show that you're a true bard.
You have to take a piss. Why don't you go take a piss?
That's not much
If
of a
you don't-
song.
It's a little more jazzy.
It's kind of shitty. I don't like that song. All right, so Renzik, you find a
No.
tree. Do you stab it? You kill it? It was hard to find it, but it's there.
The tree will
You go
grow
over and you kill it.
ever more greater now that I have graced it with my liquids.
Oh, you peed on it. Speaking of peeing on trees, Brosevelt had to go pee real quick. We're waiting for him to come back. They've gone to the blacksmith. I'm saying, so right now you're on kind of information quest. I'm gonna let you guys talk to two groups of people. So you could go talk to the crab household. You could go to Sigismund again. You could go to the blacksmith. Right now they've chosen to go to the blacksmith. You go talk to the blacksmith. You go talk to Conrad. Go talk to that fucking kid that you beat up.
ERP?
But it's your choice. I'm
Dude,
basically
I'm
letting you talk
down.
to two
Crap,
people
this is
before
actually
night
a lot of
comes
fun,
and
man.
people are
Not
going to
gonna
start
lie.
going to sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna volunteer myself to do another Constitution check because I'm actually feeling it.
All right, go ahead.
Oh,
What is it?
it's a 6.
You're getting a little bit woozy.
Oh, how
little
woozy?
bit
Are we buzzing now? Because I was
woozy.
stone cold sober last time.
A little bit woozy.
Woozy. Okay, all right.
A
I will
little bit
adjust
woozy.
my
You're feeling it.
actions
You feel the buzz a
accordingly.
little bit. As you pass, I'm gonna do a little role play with you real quick. Conrad actually comes up to you, the kid whose ass you kicked on the roof, and then tackled you.
Oh, thank you, DM, for giving it to me. Yes. Oh, hello. Hello there.
My name's Conrad.
The name
Waits
is...
for you to introduce yourself.
My name is Baravod. We had a good little scuffle up there.
I suppose so. I need your help. And it's clearly that he's fucking swallowing his tongue even asking you this. But
Oh,
hey,
out
if
with
you
it, boy.
fight-
Come on. What do you want?
I want my father's weapon and armor.
The one in the case by the dining table.
He nods.
It's a nice looking armor. Why do you need it? Get your hands out of here.
I can't go out and kill the goblins without it.
Are you sure you can kill him with it?
He looks at you. Yes.
Alright, you just seem, I'm only saying that because you seem kind of skittish. And look,
Yes,
I'm one of the
I
people in the
I
town
can
that
do it.
look like
I
you.
can do it. You can tell that his kind of voice starts to break a little
Have
bit.
you ever
like
fought
he's
a goblin?
really trying to put on like a front for you, but like I can do it. Like I can. It's
Have you ever fought a
I'm
goblin
not
before?
weak. No, I've chased one off.
Oh, so you've never been face to face, seen into the eyes that just only have the singular purpose of killing you, and everything that that is around you, and everything that you've worked for. They just want death.
Are you trying to
upon you.
intimidate him right now?
I'm trying to give him a reality, like on life. So yeah, that's kind of supposed to scare him.
All right, roll an intimidation check.
Oh, okay, 15. 15.
You can tell that he's a little bit scared. You can tell that like the idea of fighting for one's life scares him a little bit. But he says, "It's my duty. I have to. One day I'm going to be the room of this town, and I should be able when my father isn't able to do his job, I need to do it."
Look, I can definitely tell you that you have the motivation for it. And potential. I know the word potential's thrown out a lot, but I mean anybody who sees someone on the roof and quickly goes up there and willing to throw everything, even though they might not have the most confidence in their abilities, but they are willing to put themselves out there and take the chance, is someone who might be able to do some good in the world. I don't understand though. You are 17 in a place that's surrounded by goblins. Yet you seem so inexperienced. Have you been sheltered in that hut your whole life? You have 17 years.
I've fought goblins. I just haven't killed goblins. I haven't. They always run away before it's the killing blow.
Oh, scary. And why haven't you, pursued them? Don't you have fighting men here? Weren't you leading anybody?
My father and I are the only fighting men, and usually my father doesn't let me accompany him on hunts against criminals and the like. He seems a little bit ashamed at that mention, kind of
Well,
wearing
your
it
father
on a
seems
sleeve.
kind of sick, so it's just you. You're the man of this town. Well, whatever you call
He,
this.
he nods, he agrees. Yes, I am.
How about this? I know we're trying to find this dead wood or some bullshits like this. You can come with us. Watch us. You can help us out. I don't expect you to be on the front lines.
Making a lot of promises here. The rest of the group hasn't yet.
But we'll see what we can do. I mean, if you're gonna be the man of the house, if you're man of the town, then you gotta put yourself in position to gain experience.
Can you help with getting the armor?
Why can't you just ask for the armor?
My mother would never, if she knew that I was trying to go into the dead wood, in any regard, she would never agree. And my father has the key around his neck.
Around his neck.
I'm not stealthy enough to.
Does he only have the one key around his neck?
He has it's the key that he uses to the case of armor. Yes.
Okay. And is the weapon there? Does he use that key to open up the
weapons in
case somewhere else,
the
or-
nearby chest. Weapons in the nearby chest, and my mother has that key.
Mother has that key. Okay. All right. Well, although I don't know them very well, I will have to talk to the other people that I arrived with, since we all seem to be wrapped up in this whole thing. I don't want to cause any trouble. So how about this? I will talk to them. As soon as I get the answer from them, we can help you out. If you get that armor, then, for me at least, I am perfectly fine with you coming out to us and trying to solve your town's problem.
Thank you. I mean it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So the refresher, you have because I need to make sure and give them the correct information. You have the key around your father's neck for the case of armor, right?
Yes.
And then you have the key around your mother's neck for the weapons.
She has it on her person.
On
I
her
don't know
person.
if she has it around her neck. She could have hidden it somewhere.
So is there a room that she usually goes in where she keeps her
The
most valuable
alchemist
stuff?
room. She's been, ever since my father got sick, she's been in the alchemical room most
And you
of the
got
day.
to have some, a key locked away for your arrows or bolts if you have any equipment, anything else around the house.
My father used all the arrows on his last hunt. He requested the blacksmith. My mother requested the blacksmith make
And
more
your
for him.
standard and your tools and everything that is needed to go out in the dangerous world.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Okay.
I need to go get things. Thank you again. He runs off.
I just give myself a little smirk and nod my head a little bit, and I just mutter to myself, "This is gonna be fun."
Okay. You eventually join your other friends at the blacksmith. Are you back, Brosevelt? You
Yes.
peeing bandit. Okay, good. That's what we were waiting for. So you hear cling, cling, cling as you kind of approach. Sure enough, Adam is kind of out
Dude,
in
this is so much fun.
the actual smithy area. The forge is kind of going. You can hear the billow kind of being blown. And you walk up and see him kind of making arrowheads. inside, you kind of passed by. You see Tanya kind of tending to the stove, kind of doing something over there.
I get. Oh, sorry, I had to stretch. I try to get Adam's attention in between his hammering.
He looks over eventually, kind of in the middle of a swing. He finishes his swing and one more, and then he kind of looks over. Master Dwarf, how can I help you?
Well, there's something I need to ask you.
So you brought your friends.
It might be very personal of a question, so I expect if you don't want to answer. I need to know why.
How loud are you talking, by the way?
I think just enough for him to hear me. Like, kind of
Okay.
mindful of, like,
Perception
what's
check.
up with Tanya.
Well, he's not hiding it from you, I don't think. I think he's hiding
I'm
it
not
from
hiding it from
Tanya.
you. I'm hiding it from Tanya. Listen. I need to know why that neighboring village hamlet burned down
So you immediately say something that really fucking oofs home with him.
I said I realized this may be super
Yeah,
personal, and
it
it's
is.
important, and I
He
need to know.
frowns. The people from Melvacha thought my mother was a witch. And they came and they killed her for it. I don't know. And he frowns because he knows what he's told you already.
Mhm.
And he's not sure how he should say this because I know that she might have been. I'm just not sure.
I put my hand on his shoulder, and I looked at him. I was like, did your mother ever go into the Deadwood?
He looks at you as if you said something that he doesn't know how you knew. Yes. Yes, she went into the Deadwood.
Forensic speech
Because
for the group. Well, I don't really care about
She
the
went
group
when
yet.
Tanya was born.
my character, like, he was gonna keep talking, and then he says that, and my character just kind of stopped. When Tanya was born?
Yes.
Not when she was pregnant with Tanya.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. So, the patron of stillborns, she said that mothers take both their sick babies and when they're pregnant. They do both.
Okay. And how old is Tanya?
Tanya's about 12.
Your mother avoided a deal with the Spriggan.
What are you, Spriggan? He's kind of confused at that.
Sorry, that's something to my...
What are you doing?
Did you see... Do you remember
I was young. My father was asleep.
What do you remember about the night, then?
My father was away. Sorry, he wasn't asleep. Cedric had called him to fix his armor, and he was gone. I was young, and I was out in the field, and I saw my mother leave. She went into the Deadwood. She came back, though. He shrugs. I never thought about it after that night.
What about the night your house burned down?
The night my house burned down, Father told Tanya and I to run, and we ran. And then they burnt it to the ground.
Did you...
Tanya was young then, but she could at least run with me.
Did you get a look at the villagers?
No, they look like villagers to me. So this story kind of
Did we sleep?
kind of contrasts with what
Have we
Rania
slept
told
yet?
you a little bit.
Yeah.
She told you that as soon as the mother's milk dries, the woman comes to die.
Mm.
So the fact that her mother was not killed
Immediately upon
on the mother's milk drying is
That's-
already telling you that either Rania is wrong, he's wrong, or something's up.
and I'm now going along the lines of if the mother's a witch, she did something to conflict with that deal. I think. I'm not talking out loud. This is the metagame
Mhm.
spell.
Well, remember that what is Tanya?
She's a witch.
She has the magic of the blood.
The magic of
as
blood.
well.
Yeah. Magic of blood, called magic of the blood for a reason because it's inherited.
Let's kill the kid, right?
Okay. I look at him and I'd say,
Question: Have we slept yet?
No, you've
No.
there's an hour before you need to sleep.
Oh, okay. All right.
whether you've brought an interesting conundrum upon me, Adam, but I realized it was hard for you to talk about that night.
Dude, I wish this went
Is
off.
there anything else you
No, it
remember?
was fun that it didn't go off with the hits. That was a lot of fun, but
Not much.
it would have been smooth.
the air feel
Meanwhile,
Oh.
meanwhile, Tanya comes out, kind of looks up at you, Astaro, with these just fucking sulfur yellow eyes. Kind of stares at you for a moment, blinks. Jam, and she just offers you a piece of bread with jam on it. Both of you,
Nice.
both you and
Oh.
Baravar.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Very much appreciated. Drink?
She kind of cocks her head. Got water.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's flavored water.
No, it's
kidding.
just water.
I'm just kidding.
She just deadpan looks at you. No, it's just water.
I'm just kidding. Yes, greatly appreciated. Thank you.
She nods and turns back around and
No, again, no.
goes and grabs some water for you. Do you like the
Getting
jam?
a kid drunk.
And you can tell that she's wearing it on her sleeve. You don't need to do an insight check for this. She's very interested if you like the jam or not.
Okay, I eat it.
hers
I like
yeah.
jam.
Okay.
is very nice.
It is a wild berry jam, the kind that you would imagine someone could make by just walking about in the fields and picking up berries.
Yeah, I'll eat it. Some of the jam gets on my fingers, and I start licking my fingers, and I'm undoing that. I'm going,
Delicious.
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 Like
Give me an insight check, one of you, not both. So choose who wants to do the insight check.
Insight for me is 1. What about for you?
An insight for me is also 1.
Nice. Let's say Astaro has to do it.
Okay, you
It's
got
Astaro's time to shine with this,
All right.
with this roll.
My time to shine. And I got
What
a
is-
4.
Fuck, I'm gonna
Nice.
do it just for fun. I'm gonna do insight.
Okay.
Ah!
What is it?
You got a nat 20.
21.
I'll give this to Forensic. It's nothing. This little girl, from your insight, from what you can tell, is extremely lonely. Like point blank. Like you can tell she does not interact with people often. And this to her, like she doesn't talk to people very much because I don't think you're pretty sure that her brother doesn't let her in town. So getting to talk to people is a delight for her. Even though she's a little bit awkward and her tone is a little bit monotone in how she's kind of referring to you, this is a delight to her. So you like the jam?
I do,
Very
very much
nice.
so. Greatly appreciated.
She just does a little yes. You want more?
Oh yeah, sure,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
She takes you inside. She
Very
takes you
nice.
inside. Once inside, you see there is a chest to your right. There's a big fucking crate of potatoes. There's a book on the table. piece of bread. Also, there's a jar, and she produces the jar, and there's a lot of fucking jam.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down
There's a lot of jam.
and die. Okay.
And if allowed, she will continue feeding you jam for a long time. And you will eat a lot of jam.
I proceed while they're still talking out there to kind of just completely just ignore or just stop listening and just sit down and again just drink the water because I haven't had water in a bit. I'll also take out my flask, drink both, and just continue eating and just be carefree as possible. Just enjoying my time here.
Carefree as possible.
Just hang out with poor Tanya.
Astaro, there is a book in front of you as you sit down. It's currently face down, but there is a book. And Tanya, meanwhile, is doing her best to play the finest little host that she can be. So, like, she's walking around, she's getting more jam. She has a secret jam container under the bed, which she goes and gets more jam. The jam does not stop. 1 second, I've got a phone call. I'll be right back.
What is this phone call?
Yo, dude, she's in the window. If you look at it from my angle, she's in the window, bro.
He's just like, you want some jam?
That's a fucking screenshot.
Dude, I gotta say this is pretty fun. This is pretty good.
Dude, D&D is so much fucking fun.
D&D is
There's so
a lot of
many
fun.
memes.
It's so much fun.
Yo.
Like,
Man, and fuck you if you. I swear to God, you think I give a fuck? I'm gonna punch in your little short ass dwarf face. All right, and then hold your head at arm's length, and you're never gonna catch me. You're never gonna reach me.
Forensic, I want you to know.
You're a cleric, bitch. Get out of my way.
I guiding bolt.
I'm already next to you.
Guiding bolt.
I would have clapped them dwarf cheeks, dude.
I will roll.
I would have messed you up. I don't like you.
If we take Tanja with us and she doesn't bring fucking jam, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed.
Forensic,
I think we
want
need
you
to take Tanya and like
look
tell
at
her,
that.
hey, use your magic to fucking like kill the Spriggan or something, or quell the magic. I don't know. Everyone keeps pointing to this
He's a
12-year-old.
child.
A 12-year-old
Fuck it,
witch is not that powerful.
I say she's
Fuck
gotta
it.
have some potential. I mean, why would a 12-year-old with no power or whatever be mentioned so often? She has some role to play.
Clearly, she is. Well,
Hello.
Blah!
It's me, your friend.
The jam.
So this is the
The
third lifestyle
jam
call you
fairy.
immediately seen
So,
you
Astaro,
ripping
there's a
off
book in front
Michelob. Automatically my
Wow.
favorite streamer. Yo!
What are you looking for?
I'm just
this is my
looking on
fourth
the
beer
pages,
down.
kinda
I've had a little
scrolling
bowl of
through,
food all day. I've only
kinda
had
just
one
seeing
little
kinda
meal
might
today,
pop out.
so I'm
You
already
gotta be
feeling
more
it.
specific with
I think I'm gonna
maybe.
be drinking like basically all day.
You can meta this a little bit, guys. You can ask him what he wants to look up. Like, look at the title of the book.
Legends of the Crimson Wood. I'm gonna look for shit about this big motherfucker in the wood that's stealing mothers, babies, and killing moms and shit like that. When the milk
So
runs dry.
this is not a book about the dead wood. This is about the crimson wood. However, what
look for
creature
mention.
specifically are you looking for? What kind of creature?
I gotta go. Adios. All right, later. Hatu Capitan. I'll see you next time, buddy. Thank you for sticking around.
The sprinkin, the spronkin.
The hingadonkin.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. The more time we talk, I'm pretty sure the more drunk I get, unless I nail this next Constitution check. We're on a timetable. That's my drawback.
So I'm
Always
gonna
on
probably be looking for
timetable.
things about goblins and the Sprinkin.
Okay. You need to be. Which one do you choose? Goblins or you choose spriggans?
Brigands.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Alright. I mean, I'm also not great at, but better than insight. A 7.
Okay. You're not really able to find anything because Tanya is constantly coming over and bothering you. But she sees that you're trying to read it. It's like, oh, do you like the Legends of the Crimson Wood?
Now I do.
Okay. What's your favorite story?
The one about the Spriggans.
Oh, the Spriggans. And she's gonna actually go to the page. where it is because this is her only book, so she knows where it is and she points to it. One reading it, something that you notice is that when entering a Spriggan's Grove, present an offering and beseech them in a way that they are most comfortable with. This book is talking about a Spriggan whose main thing is, it seems to be a kind of a patron of singers and songwriters. And basically the best way to beseech that Spriggan is to sing for it, because it is a patron of those things. So that kind of gives you a little bit of clue. There you go.
What's up, Becca? How you doing, buddy?
Meanwhile, outside, Fyodor.
What question did I... Oh, did the air feel different? Like
The air feel different. I mean, from his description of that night, it really does just seem like a bunch of fucking peasants showed up and murdered his family.
D&D? I just realized that.
It doesn't seem like, at least then, that there was anything magical going on.
Oh shit, we're like almost top 5. That's pretty cool.
And
for D&D.
once again, thank you for. I realize
Okay.
it's a hard night to
We can
recount.
get this
I
up.
cannot imagine. I certainly can't
Why
recount.
do you want to know all this? It's about my sister.
Not, I guess, not directly or not intentionally.
Get your
We
hand
think
out of
our
here, man.
certain people in the town have been cursed by this weird. So I'm trying
Goodness.
to figure out what can be done about it.
Haven't you just come to kill goblins?
Yes. But yeah.
Oh, I wish you
did
luck
your-
in helping those people.
Did your mother
Dude,
keep a
we
journal?
should just do the goblins first
She
and
did,
take
it
it from
burned.
there. We should just do the goblins first, take it from there. Like one
Okay,
thing at a
that's all I need
time.
from you,
Well,
thank you.
let's just do that, get
Go
the
back
money,
to your
come
wonderful
back.
craftsmanship.
I've got quite a few arrows I need to make.
Who's green? Get the hell out of here.
Could I
Right.
try and give him pointers on blacksmith?
Sure, give him pointers on blacksmithing.
Yikes. Get your freaking
Wow.
green hand out of there.
Hey,
Stop touching our jam.
It might down. It's
Might
jam
down.
time.
Trying
I
see
attempt to
two
give him
people
pointers
talk
on
and I see
blacksmith.
hands.
because I do have smithing tools and I like. So.
All right, just give me a. I'll say that you spend a little bit of time helping him out and give him some tips and pointers because you are a little bit more experienced with it than him,
Okay.
and he appreciates the help. That being said, who is the next person you're going to? The last person of the day that you'll kind of want to interact with.
Well, I made this choice. I'll let the boys make another choice.
Last person I want to interact with is a band of goblins so I can shoot them and slash them. Because I want to do one thing at a freaking time right now. Just kill these gobos. That's just my 2 cents. I keep that to myself, though.
That being said, I'm going to give you guys a choice, basically. Either today's session can kind of end with your investigation with the village, or we could go into the dungeon of the Deadwood, or we could save that until the rest of the crew is back. 'cause
No,
going into a
I'm gonna
dungeon is
say
pretty
I want
vigorous.
Steeler to be here for like the first dungeon
Yeah.
and all that. And
And I gotta go in like
Mark
12
just
minutes,
typed on
so.
Discord. He's on right now, but he's
All
not
right.
here. So
Yeah, he was on. He came in. He just was muted.
All right, well, he can come and listen if he wants to.
Here's what he did briefly, and then he got off.
So I'll say you guys go to bed for the night, since you have to leave in like 12
okay,
minutes. I'll
when
say
I leave, I
You
thank
guys-
Tanya for being an amazing host. Thank you for the
She-
jam.
Can we take some jam with us? Like a
And
small little
if-
She
jar of jam?
absolutely gives you jam to take with you.
Okay, great.
There is no question that she gives you jam to take with you. She says, "Thank you. Come back soon."
Definitely.
Okay. Oh,
She gives you and for the first time she gives you a smile,
Oh.
and she waves as you leave. She goes and then she goes and talks to her brother. You don't know about, but she probably talks about how good of a host she was. That being said, you guys kind of begin getting ready for the night. The cows come in. Old Crusher ambles in. It's a sad old cow that he is. Head just face first into the goddamn hay pile. Cows just begin piling in, one after the other. Calves, sows, all kinds of cows. Cows, cows, cows. You got cows, we got cows. Tons of cows. For me, for you, for everybody. Tons of cows. And I'm going to...
I will say that if we are going to sleep like immediately,
Yeah.
I am going to go outside. If we're not going to talk anymore, I'm just saying like when we actually go to sleep, grab some whatever hay or wheat that I can find, and then jump on the roof, find a nice place to sleep, and then sleep.
All right.
But
So you kind of go onto the
more.
roof and are sleeping. The night goes on. Are you guys? What are you guys doing? Just going to sleep?
I don't know. That's when we were going to sleep. I don't know if we're going to do anything more.
I think we want to go a little bit faster because I think Brosevelt is leaving soon.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right. So you guys are sleeping. You're on the roof. As the night goes on, in the depths of the night, you hear just kind of these fucking cows are just goddamn everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you boys. These cows are all over the goddamn place. And they're really cramping up your style. Pretty much the most comfortable one right now is a certain elf boy that's on the roof, kind of just chilling up there. Meanwhile, everybody else gets to enjoy. I say enjoy in the loosest possible terms. The great benefit that is existing with these smelly creatures. However, as the night kind of goes on,
they got babies. Look at that.
the cows begin getting a little restless, and most of you are asleep at this point. But then, kind of out of nowhere, the cows begin to just...
I wake up. Okay, that wakes me up.
And they just seem to like kind of be freaking out a little bit.
What's up, Thunder?
And you don't know why. They just seem to not be super chilling right now.
I wake up and I just look in my immediate surroundings.
All right, give me a perception check.
I don't have night vision.
You don't have night vision.
I don't as a half elf?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Check your sheet. Does it say night vision?
Does it say dark vision?
Dark
vision.
Where
Sorry.
does it say that?
It should be on the bottom right-hand corner of your character sheet.
Yeah, I knew it. Dark vision. Half elf. Half elf. Jesus, I can't even say it. Dark vision. Alright, perception. 8.
8.
I think I'm gonna look out the window that I'm kind of next to, and I'll look like the fuck's going on.
Okay. You look out the window. Give me a perception check.
9.
You're not really able to see too much. Nothing to mean. Just the cows are so fucking loud.
I look around and I'm just like, I don't see much. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And I just kind of try to go back to sleep.
So you spend most of the time trying to figure out what's going on with these cows. They're just bothering you.
I check Old Crusher.
Old Crusher. Old Crusher actually seems really upset. Like he wants to move,
What's up,
but he
Dylan?
can't.
Something's a coming.
And he seems angry.
And then I want to see. I'm gonna walk out of the barn and see what's up.
You see.
I have dark.
As you walk out in the barn, both you and actually Badavar see a dim kind of glow coming from just over the hill.
That's...
Oh no.
Wait, I'm awake at this point.
Ah shit.
Well, right
I
now
say, wake up,
he sees
there's
that
fire.
because when
And
I didn't see
I
anything, so
blitz.
I just
I
closed my
start
eyes.
running.
At the view of the fire, I'm gonna run after.
Okay, so you guys are running after. Baravar, are you accompanying them?
Well, if I hear them start sprinting, then yeah, I'm gonna wake
well,
up and I
they
go
start
after them.
shouting.
I'm like, hey, the hell's going on? And
So
I'm
as
behind.
you turn up to the scene, you are not the only ones there. You see, first and foremost, you see a couple of the townsfolk coming down with water buckets, and you begin to hear a bell go ring,
She's gone,
ring,
isn't she?
ring, ring,
She's
ring,
so gone.
like just starting to like sound the alarm, as it were. You come upon the scene. You see a dead goblin and a dead Adam Schmid, a knife plunged into his gut. He seemed to have had a hammer in his hand, his blacksmith hammer. The goblin's head has been exploded, essentially. And it seems that the building's burning.
Astaro's gonna take off his mask and hood, and then run inside.
Ooh.
Okay, you run inside as fast as you can. You're looking around.
That's cool. He changed his picture.
You see the book on the table.
That's true. He did
you
say
see a
he made
chest,
this.
You see a bed. You don't see any Tanya.
Shit.
I'm just gonna call out for Tanya, and like maybe she's hiding in somewhere.
Okay, you say that. You're looking around. No response.
I checked to see how long Adam's been dead.
Harper's up.
Give me a medicine check.
Guidance.
10.
13.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the ballpark of under an hour.
Under an hour. Shit.
An hour.
Baravor! I shout at the top of my lungs.
Yes, I'm coming. What's going on?
I need you to track something.
Track. Oh, shit. I think that's someone. Who do you want me to track? Where's Tanya?
Goblins now.
Yes, I see the goblin.
You
Goblins.
need to track goblins.
Okay, all right. I'll start tracking goblins. I start tracking goblins.
All right. As you do this, more townsfolk arrive. Astaro, you're still in the building, so they can't see you. Do you put your hood back up and come out?
I'm going to grab Tanya's book, and then just do a quick search around for her before kind of exiting the building in a haste.
Give me a perception or an investigation check, your choice.
All right.
Music's done.
The music.
The music's been stopped for a while.
Whoa, all of nature has grown silent.
All right.
God, fucking 4.
4. Okay, you don't see anything
I'm Baravor.
immediately in there.
I'm a ranger half elf.
You could. It's getting really hot. I'll say this. I'll give you another chance, but you'll take damage from it because the fire is beginning to kind of grow out of control.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You're going to take.
Lengu, thank you so much for the follow,
Roll
man.
for
How'd you
it.
find the channel? Let me know in chat. I'll also
You
say that
take
I pulled out one of my
6 damage.
Half
You
to
take
3.
6 damage is kind of like the heat just kind of
Is
just
that 6 half to 3?
encapsulate.
Is that 6 half to 3 since I'm resistant to fire?
Fucking teeth.
Yeah, it is.
And then do another investigation. 18.
18. You see in the corner, just beginning to burn, a strange thing. It looks like, just like the goblin was smashed, its head crushed by the hammer, you see another smashed figure. It looks like its lower body smashed, but instead of being a goblin, it is this strange looking kind of totem-like entity. And it looks to be made of brambles and twigs that seem to resemble a small, like, human face. Or humanoid face. It's just this strange kind of dead-eyed, like, little wooden creature, almost. And it looks like it was also smashed, but it's burning in the it's beginning to, like, it's caught on fire at this point, and it's beginning to burn.
Mm-hmm. Alright, with that, I'm gonna note that down and just walk outside in too much of, like, a haste and a worry to, like, think about, like, my mass.
I'm gonna go back
and,
in.
Hood.
Most of the villagers are also, thankfully, like, distracted. Okay, you're going in, Serenzik?
Yeah. Is there
All
any
right.
jam left?
I knew that was
You're
coming.
gonna take damage for this. Give me a perception check.
Oh, the place is on. No, fuck it. Alright, I already committed.
You take 1 damage.
Oh, it's only 7.
Only 7. You're not able. There's too much fire at this point. If there
Okay.
is any jam,
I'll run back out.
It's
I'll
gone.
take a point of damage.
all right. The
I'm
townsfolk
down
have
to
gathered
11
and they're
out of
beginning
12
to
hit
throw
points, chat.
water onto the house with their buckets, and they're running back and forth. Warbar, you come back and you're faced with a war breed. That is Astaro. red-skinned and horned. However, I suppose he's not the most immediate thing in the world. As you're kind of standing there, you see multiple people kind of freaking out about this. Rani is there, and you see someone else kind of coming up from behind them. You see that man that you saw sick in bed coming as well. He is currently propping himself up on looks to be a battle axe, some kind of war axe, and he's kind of ambling towards this situation.
Oh, I muttered to myself, I've seen you.
My character kind of taken aback that Astaro was a battle breed, but not altogether unsurprised because he was wearing a mask this whole time. He looks at him and say, "What did you see inside?" Like, choosing to ignore the fact that he's something else.
He's gonna hold up first, like I grabbed the book, and then I also saw this creature. It was its bottom half missing. It looked like it was made of branches and brambles and soulless eyes.
Is Rania within earshot to hear that?
Rani is too busy putting this fucking fire out.
Shit.
Like, they know that if they don't get this fire out, like, the entire area can burn. So, like, that's what they're concerned with right now. Rania does take a moment to go over and check on Adam.
Thank you for the host.
He's dead.
Sent it.
He's been dead.
I didn't get a notification.
frowns at
Thank you. I just jumped up
Cedric
to 72.
kind of
Thank you, man.
still approaches, looking up, looks over at Adam. Damn it. Looks around. Where's the girl?
Gone. Goblins.
And I wasn't able to get her jam.
Looks at this group. Looks back at the burning house. Double. If the girl's alive.
No, it wasn't really an issue of payment.
And then, well, that's what he says. And then he falls over.
Hey, I think this person needs something. Someone pick him up.
Rania comes over. Damn it, Cedric. He looks up and kind of leans him against the wood. And with that, we will end the current session. It seems that the young girl, the blacksmith sister, has been kidnapped by goblins. The local lord...
I pull out my sword and start smashing Astaro.
Kill.
Keep it going.
The local room has offered double the listed payment for the destruction of the gobliness so long as the girl is alive. We'll see if our intrepid hero can save the girl and earn coin. Next time on DnD.
Find out on the next episode of
for Dragon Ball Z.